Through the wire winds, the shadows are calling. Frost in my breath as the night ignites. Ice in my veins, but my fire is burning. I ride the storm under silver lights. Witches brew, the night won't break us. Snow can't hide the path we take. Hear the howl, the storm can shake us, but we stand strong, we will not quake. Frozen skies and the moonlight's whisper. Magic flows through the winter air. Every step leaves a mark in the blizzard. Every spell sparks a brilliant flare. Witches brew, the night won't break us. Snow can't hide the path we take. Hear the howl, the storm can shake us, but we stand strong, we will not quake. Ice and ember, we'll remember. Cold forever, stand as one, we fall as never. Always never. Witches brew, the night won't break us. Snow can't hide the path we take. Hear the howl, the storm can shake us, but we stand strong, we will not quake. Fade on repeat. Stand strong over the snowstorm. Running on and on, we're not, but we stand strong over snowstorm, over snowstorm, over snowstorm.
Let's get this party started.
According to the toon, there should be 12 earthbound spirits trapped inside. They represent the ghosts that Cyrus needs to capture.
And the 13th ghost.
Hold him. Tranquila, Sí. Cuidado, tío.
And what's up, everybody? Happy Sunday. Happy snow day if you're up in my neck of the woods. Got some snow. Don't know where you are. We had some snow today. And we're going to be talking some paranormal horror movies tonight.
We're here.
I know, right? That was just such, I had to. It's like just such an iconic moment. You know, have our cabin in the woods that we've talked about, our 13 ghosts, and then threw in a couple of I love that nurse scene from Silent Hill. That's like one of the creepiest scenes from Silent Hill. But yeah, we're going to talk some paranormal horror movies tonight and, you know, see where they fall compared to some of our other ones. And I know in our last kind of tier list, there were some paranormal type, you know, killers that were on that list, like The Ring, like, you know, Pinhead and a couple of other things. But I didn't include them on this one since we've already kind of ranked them. So I wanted to kind of have some fresh movies for this go around. But I'm well aware that some of those movies are considered paranormal. So before you start messaging me saying, well, those are paranormal, we did them already. So we wanted to have fresh list for us to mess with and talk about and, you know, have some fun with. But I hope everybody's doing good. And as always, got my two favorite people here with me tonight. My awesome bestie, my fiery bestie, Miss Scarlet Fever. How are you on this Sunday?
I'm doing good, ready, excited to talk about all things supernatural and paranormal.
Right? Like it's just a different kind of movie when you're talking supernatural and paranormal and
Mm-hmm.
you know all those goodies. And as always, we have our most awesomest James from The Walking Dead Explains. How are you, Mr. James?
Doing well, doing well. Glad to be here.
Right? What's your take? Like what do you guys consider either paranormal or supernatural when it comes to kind of like horror? Do you guys just consider ghosts or demonic? Like is there any specifics for you when it comes to this genre of horror?
You know, me just coming from more of a classic side of things.
Mm,
The Evil Dead, The Exorcist, that type of demonish, I guess.
mhm. Awesome. Yes, Pennywise. Yes. But we had him on the other list. So I wanted to make sure that, we kind of kept it fresh for and it gave us room for maybe some of the more obscure movies that, some people might not know about. I know Wreck might be one of them. That is a movie that not a lot of people have been exposed to. And if you have never seen it, it's definitely a movie that you should check out. It is where our movie Quarantine came from, except our movie Quarantine went of like the typical kind of rabies on crack kind of way. With Wreck, it's actually a demonic virus. It's they did something with possession and demons, and it still spreads like a typical virus, but it's a demon that kind of takes hold over like everybody that it infects. So they become demonic compared to zombie or like rabid, so to speak. So I was really excited because it's one of my favorite movies, and you got to check it out. It's literally beat for beat Quarantine, but their twist on what the virus was very different. But we'll get into that when we get to Rec. And let's who we got in the chat. Who's with
We
us
got a few
tonight?
folks. Let's see, we got Mr. Bones hanging out with us tonight. Welcome, welcome, hun. Maker of Mayhem, tell us how much we're missing out on Derby
I
finale tonight.
know.
I know you guys got the final episode tonight. I hope you guys are enjoying it. I will maybe soon catch up one day.
Yes. We will dabble. I know James, you've already watched a couple of episodes.
I've caught up all the way to the finale, so I'll be watching it either later tonight or tomorrow myself. And
Nice.
as we bounce between shows, sometimes it's hit or miss, and we've just been picking wrong. I think Derry would have been a good one, and we could have flowed right into Fallout and just missed that chance. But I do enjoy it. I think it's actually. I was thinking today, watching episode 7, this is either as good or equal to Stranger Things, in my opinion.
Wait.
Oh, but we will check it out, and we'll hopefully be able to fit a stream it and give our opinions on it. And everybody's been kind of hitting us up to I know Vic's been on it, Debbie's been on it. You guys have been telling us about it. It just didn't make it. And maybe you were right. Maybe we should have done that compared to Pluribus, but that's for another stream.
Mm-hmm.
For another stream.
We also have, and I apologize, I'm not going to say this right at all.
1208. Just say 1208.
Welcome, 1208.
I think the last part is Hayun. I think
Hayun.
that we could get, but we don't want to butcher the first part.
I know, and I'm Southern too, so I'm going to fuck it all up. 'Cause
I know.
I don't
I've
read
been
vowels
I have to say
properly in
thank you
English.
to everybody in like the Asian hemisphere who has been checking out my channel and really enjoying the All of Us Are Dead shorts. And we will be covering All of Us Are Dead when this new season comes out. I do have some more shorts that I'm going to be uploading. I just wanted to do some Scream because I am going to be covering Scream and stuff because it's everybody knows it's one of my favorite horror movies. And there are a couple of Asian shows that have just dropped that I'm hopefully gonna try to see what I could do with because Taxi Driver 3 just came out and it is so good. It is really good. And I'm gonna see what I could do with maybe doing a video on it or getting something out there on it. But I just do really want to say thank you to the Asian community because they have been really, really awesome. And you guys rock when it comes to the All of Us Are Dead stuff. And so thank you very much for just taking the time out and, stopping by and checking us out. So we appreciate it, but we're all excited for All of Us Are Dead and we can't wait. We love that show. So we're definitely going to be covering it when it comes out.
Oh yeah.
Right. It's so good. So good. But tonight we're going to just
Hey, we
talk.
got 2 more folks. Hang on, I'm sorry,
Oh,
we're almost there. We got Vic
okay.
hanging, and of course we got Miss Debbie, Ebbiebobebbie hanging out with us, and they're definitely
Yes.
ready for the finale episode
I
tonight.
know Vic has definitely been one. Why aren't you watching? And I didn't get to it. And I'm sorry. We should have listened. That's our fault. But tonight we're just going to talk some fun horror movies like we've been doing because we've had a blast kind of just talking about this genre. We're all fans of horror over here. And, I think we got some good movies to talk about. So let me pull up the tier list, our wonderful tier list, which I will be getting an ad blocker. I promise you guys. I'm sorry that you have to deal with the ads on my tier list, but I haven't done it yet. So I don't know what they'll be advertising tonight, but we'll see. We'll see. But here we go. Let's pull this up. Boom. There we go. So we got some good ones to talk about. I know we have talked about 13 Ghosts in the past. We've talked about Cabin in the Woods in the past, but there's still some of the best movies when it comes to kind of like that paranormal, supernatural kind of, feel when it comes to horror. We got some, of course, the Annabelle. Gotta talk about Annabelle. If you're gonna talk about, horror and and supernatural horror, gotta talk about like Annabelle. She's kind of iconic at this point. And then some Blair Witch. We got some oldies but goodies. Poltergeist. Got to throw Poltergeist in there. Rosemary's Baby. So got some good ones to talk about. But without further ado, I guess we'll jump right into it, and we're gonna start with our 13 Ghosts. I know we all like that movie. So where would you guys rank 13 Ghosts in the paranormal horror movie genre?
Let's see. I'm trying to think because again, we gotta be really think about these things. I want to put it on S, but I'm trying to look at the list to see if there's one I like.
Right?
Okay, tell me again what.
James, what are our parameters?
Yeah.
I don't know anymore. I don't know. It seems like no matter what parameters we kind of go with, we're always friggin' like confusing
Right.
ourselves. So I don't
Because we
know.
could, going by how much I like that movie because it's got paranormal in it, or is that paranormal in that movie more of a nest than the paranormal in another movie? And I guess that equals up to how much you like the movie, I guess.
I think we make it so complicated for ourselves. Right? Like we really just like overcomplicate things over here. So that's why I just figured just have some fun. I guess we'll go by what we like. How paranormal really is it? Is it something that truly is considered paranormal? Well, let's just roll with it. Let's roll with it and let's see what happens. So
Well, we got an S and an A from. We see Miguel gave us an S, and welcomes to Miguel. And Bones gave it an A. Like I said, I'm somewhere between an A and an S because I do really enjoy the movie. I think it's pretty well done.
Yes.
That's why I was trying to see if I was going to put it on S or A.
And
Decisions.
you guys know I'm a stickler for, that type of, gore. So it's definitely lingering between an S and an A, and the practical effects are still really good. They were all actors who played the ghosts. They're really even the torso was an actual person that they found to kind of take that role and play that part. So you get an S from me just for the practical effects. So I could definitely S tier this and possibly A. So it is one of my faves.
Yeah, I'm pretty much on the same page with you on that, Dana. I'm trying to decide where I'm going to between the S and the A, but that's where I'm at. I think I'll go S. Fuck it.
What about you, Mr. James? Where would you place our 13 ghosts?
Dana, it does pain me a little bit to say this. Because you've been so gracious and nice. but I'm either an A or a B.
Okay. Okay. That's perfect. Everybody's got their own kind of, their own kind of shtick. And we know that paranormal horror is not really where you kind of lean when it comes to horror, but you're just always, you're the kind and gracious one for putting up with all the stuff me and Scarlet throw at you. So
in comparison, let's say whatever the ghosts are, or the entity, or the rules,
supernatural,
yeah, whatever it is in 13 Ghosts, how would you say compares to something more mainstream or classic, let's say like The Exorcist or something?
Well, The Exorcist is demonic, and to where the 13 Ghosts is definitely more supernatural, meaning it's ghosts. There's no, hell, they're opening the portal to hell, but the ghosts themselves are not demons.
Right.
So it's definitely more supernatural than it is demonic.
Gotcha. Yeah, you're right.
And just looking at the list, I just liked it a lot because it was, and a lot of these are probably going to, at least a good few of them, that's why I was trying to decide between S and A, are going to hit a little high for me, just because I liked the for a ghost sort of movie. I liked the way they played it, or what they did with it. It was a little bit extra than just your typical kind of ghost movie haunting a house. The house was built for something in particular.
Yep.
Like just the house itself looked really cool.
Yes.
I liked it was just something about it. When I remember first watching, I was like, oh, this is interesting, because it just seemed different than what I was used to.
I love the take that they did, like with the dark zodiac and stuff like that. So the story itself was definitely something unique. Like you said, it wasn't your typical ghost haunting a house. The house was built on cursed land, or everything.
The opening scene where they were chasing that one, that definitely, when I first watched it, I was like, oh, what the hell is this?
Right.
I think Miguel's talking to me. You suck, sir.
No, he said that before you said that.
Oh, did he? He's still probably talking to me.
What does he say? Let me hold on. Let me pull up the chat on my phone. Let's see. What is he complaining about? Something? Tell him to stop complaining.
No. So 13 Ghosts. I think it averages out to an S the way it's looking.
What's up, Spectre? And Spectre, if you want the link and you want to come join us and talk some horror movies, you're more than welcome to come and join us. Just let me know and I'll send you the link. So yeah, like I'm definitely, this is one of my favorite kind of ghost stories, and it's always something on Halloween that I love to just kind of like watch again. It's just one of those things that always kind of, the gore is good, the story's good, the effects are good. You know, the cast, there's a few hit or misses in there, but like, you know, you just think of the scene with the chick in the bathroom and you see like the one that's considered the angry princess, just kind of like that image of her just like standing right there, and she just doesn't even realize that she's standing there. And so it's a goodie. I love
Mhm.
13 Ghosts.
I think you got a couple of A's and at least 3 S's, so the S wins.
I think that's what we're gonna do. I think that's what we're gonna do. Oh, one more.
Fate
Oh, no, well,
decided.
let it
Fate
go.
decided.
It's not, S isn't working. No.
There we go. It rejected us. It rejected us. Don't reject. Don't reject. It was like, nope, gonna go in that A tier. Gonna go in that A tier. But no, good way to start. The next on the list is one that's right in my backyard that you could kind of go to and you could see the actual house. It's the Amityville Horror. And this, like, we're not talking, they made 10 movies in this series and they're all kind of crazy. But the original kind of Amityville Horror, based on the family that this actually, you know, took place about, is kind of creepy. You know, the guy who swears that he hears all these voices and ends up taking a shotgun and killing his entire family because the house is kind of possessed. And to this day, I think they've tried to sell the house and it's gone through the hands of several different people, and they have tried to knock it down, and each time shenanigans have happened and they were not able to knock down the house, whether it be equipment malfunctioning, them hitting, you know, different water mains, this thing, or stuff has always happened when they've tried to knock this house down. So they kind of just gave up, and it's literally just kind of sitting there. I don't know who owns it right now, if anybody owns it, but you could actually go to the Amityville house and take a look at it. You can't go in it, but you can go see the iconic Amityville house. This would fall into like a B category for me. It's not like one of my favorites. I don't dislike it. It's just it's not my go-to kind of horror. So but then you get into the point to where if you look deeper into the lore, they say there's some kind of fuckery because the Warrens were involved with the original story, and there's a lot of stuff when it comes to the Warrens on whether their stuff is actually real, and they think that they kind of fed this guy this story, and that's why but you can't dispute the facts of the weird stuff that's happened after it. So whether it is linked to something real, fuckery has happened when they mess with this house. So where would you guys place it? You said B, James?
Yeah, and that's, to me, that's even giving it, like, I would have said a B or C, like I said, a or B on the other one, but I'll just go ahead and go with a B.
Yeah, I'm good with staying around a B area. Bones gives it a B as well. So I
Yeah,
like
it's definitely
it's a
not
good
one of the
movie.
best,
Yeah,
but it's not one of the
probably not one
worst
of my
either.
favorites, but I don't remember which one it was I watched now. I have to go back and remember. I don't think I watched all of them.
I believe there was a remake done with Ryan Reynolds, a newer one that was made, and that was following the actual story of the first Amityville. But I didn't see it, so I don't know too much about it. But it was creepy knowing that this house kind of like existed an hour away from me.
Right.
So that always kind of lingered in like the back of my mind, like, okay, this is actually like, and the guy really did kill his family in the house. So, but the story of whether he was possessed or whatever, it gets tied into the Warrens, and then once you start talking about the Warrens, it gets a little wonky. Gets a little wonky.
See, Spectre gives it a B. Bones says Margot Kidder was in the original. Okay. Oh yeah. Like I said, I'm good with the B.
Here you go. Okay, you gonna stay?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, it accepted. It accepted its ranking. There we go. And there's a few Warren stories that make this list. So it's going to be interesting, but there's just been so much stuff when it comes to the Warrens on whether it's actual, stuff that really was paranormal or supernatural. What did they make up? So there is just a lot of controversy surrounding the Warrens and their kind of stories, but you can't knock the creepy shit happened at Amityville. So whether the Warrens faked shit or not, you can't fake all the stuff that happens when they tried to knock this house down and failed. So don't know. Don't know. Could it be coincidence, James? I don't know. How would you explain some of that stuff? 3 times they tried to knock this house down and 3 times they failed.
You know, I don't know, but the first thing that comes to mind is it's all like
like a ruse.
Yeah. 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 And
I'll give you that.
I know
I'll
it's
give,
hard to
just,
say, well, how did all these people all be in it together? Well, yeah, that's actually pretty easy.
No, you can. I guess you can. Equipment there are, but it's still weird. It's still weird.
I know.
They get points for weird.
Yeah.
They get points for weird. Just like our next movie, Annabelle, there is a real doll named Annabelle that is allegedly cursed that sits in the Warrens' basement. And there have been many deaths surrounding this doll in real life. People have dropped dead and stuff has happened. So you can't kind of knock the weirdness. But again, it's another story tied with the Warrens. And people have debunked this just like they kind of did Annabelle. And another couple of things that we're going to see on this list, but it's weird. It's weird. What are the odds that, people just kind of drop dead around this doll? I don't know. I don't know. B. I'm the same. It's a
I'm a
B for
B.
me.
Same.
But like, it's another thing, like just weird. The latest was the guy who finally busted it out of its case and ended up having a massive coronary while on the road with it.
It happened.
You just gotta. I know it's a repeating record, I guess, but to me, it is actually like the King Tut tomb. People dying that opened it because it's cursed, and I mean, stuff like that only makes people like us listen to the story and buy the book and watch the show and talk about it. And that's the whole point. Like, oh, I can't knock this house down. My excavator just suddenly malfunctioned, and the realtor's the one that, or somebody writing a book is the one that set it all up. Or, maybe it's a story that never even happened, but it's out there. That just is more fodder to immortalize the story. The point is to immortalize the story, not
to keep giving it life.
Yeah.
But do you guys remember that Supernatural episode where they were going after, I think it was like a Slender Man type of figure, and the only reason why this actual spirit came to life was because enough people finally believed in it that they kind of brought this spirit to life. There's a word for it. I'm forgetting the word that they called it. But when enough people start to believe in something that it actually, you can. Now I know, James, I know you don't believe in like certain magics and stuff like that. Right. But they say when you will it enough that, because that is definitely something in Wicca, your spells only work because you believe they're going to work.
And that's a movie that one of my favorite old movies, In the Mouth of Madness. And that's what that's about. The author wrote something that's, 1,000 times bigger than Harry Potter in the real world was, and enough people believed it that the shit started coming true.
Right. Do you like that?
No, I
Maybe
don't believe it. No.
no, but I'm just saying that maybe this could be the type of circumstance with Annabelle that you could kind of put into that category, that enough people think that this doll is demonically possessed, that things just happen to happen around her.
Mm, I I don't know. I don't know. I want to say no
What
to
about you,
that.
Scarlet?
I mean, I'm trying to remember because I think they had a symbol or something in Supernatural, but I can't remember the episode fully. I do know the episode you're talking about.
Right? Like it was something that
Um,
enough people
I
like.
want to say they also had a symbol they had on the wall that they used with that one, but I can't. Hmm. But as far as like people just, I mean, there is even in I think there's something like that in the sci-fi world to a degree that if you, it kind of is like what was it? Was that time machine sort of movie where the kid they end up building a time machine because they saw an image of himself, so therefore he knew it would happen, kind of thing. So if you know, like if you just they did that also in Rick and Morty to a degree where like he was like, no, I just know I'm going to build it. Trust me, you have to have enough willpower, kind of or whatever, and eventually it was like it was already created, kind of thing. I'm
Mhm.
trying to remember how they did that in Rick and Morty or how he explained it. But as far as reality goes, it's probably most likely not real. Um, we tend to like see things. The more we want to see something, the more you're gonna see it.
Mhm.
So, like for instance, like my dad just got a new vehicle, and I swear everywhere we go, I now all I see is the silver kind of vehicle that he has. So I'm like, Jesus Christ, I can't pick his vehicle out anymore. And it was the same way when he had his old truck. Just because I see that vehicle now, I just see it everywhere. So
Mhm.
if you want to see something, you're going to see it everywhere, kind of deal
Mhm.
too. Um, and a lot of us do want to see something supernatural. A lot of us want to believe in something supernatural. So it's possible that we'll kind of create or see it ourselves, or even that it's possible that the guy carrying the doll, not that he had a heart attack because the doll was possessed or the doll had any kind of magical powers, but just because he freaked out, maybe like some part of him deep
Mhm.
inside was freaking out or something, and it caused him to have a reaction, like a physical reaction kind of deal. Same thing when people think, like, what do you have it when you're in a group and everybody starts thinking, oh, I've got a rash. The next thing you know, people are like, oh, you got something. Now I got it. And everything, and, next thing you know, everybody's thinking that they have something and nobody has anything. It was all made up in their head.
That's very true.
So I
It
don't know. Human psychology is a motherfucker.
right? Like
Motherfucker.
right? You willed it enough, so shall it be.
It's definitely interesting to ponder, though. Those types of things.
Right? Because
Um,
it's such it's when you're talking supernatural and paranormal, you could speak to so many people and they've had an experience in their life. Like whether they think they saw a ghost or James, I'm always calling you, okay, explain this. What's going on in my house? Why is stuff
mm,
why is my eggplant flying off my counter when there's nobody friggin' around? And so everybody has an experience of a more, I shouldn't say everybody, a lot of people can recall an experience that they've had. So it's different when you talk about paranormal and supernatural than like some of the slashers, because more people can relate to this
Right.
genre of horror, and it could be scarier for some people, because a lot of this, like when you're dealing with slashers or actual killers, like they're defeatable in a sense. Like you can figure out ways to defeat them, even though in these movies they're not always defeated, but they're always kind of maybe conquered in a sense. But it's different. It's different when you're facing this kind of horror, because how do you like deal with stuff like that? How would you deal with a ghost, a demon? They're it's scarier in the sense that they're almost unbeatable.
Right.
So, but yep, Miss Annabelle, going next to your buddy there, Amityville. but it is creepy. It is a creepy doll, and even the real doll, if you see it, it's this Raggedy Ann doll, and it is creepy looking. But they picked this kind of doll for the movies. I don't know why they didn't stick with the Raggedy Ann doll, but to each their own. To each their own, I guess. But
Mhm.
next, this is a movie that kind of paved the way for their genre when it comes to, I guess, what, like a home footage kind
Yeah,
of
found film.
Yeah.
found footage. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. That was the word. You have Blair Witch. I remember like this movie, friggin' everybody was on the, oh my God, this is real.
Yeah.
Blair Witch was like a big deal when it first came out.
Yeah, it's because of the marketing, and it goes back to the how do you persuade the public in whatever way you want to, but especially, you know, something like this. And the found footage aspect one, tell them a lie that, you know, it really was found footage and this shit's real. And the
Right?
cops, the cops are the ones that edited it together. We just showing it to you, you know, or some crazy
Mm-hmm.
shit. You know, it's great marketing. As far as the marketing goes, whatever is above an S, that's where I put this one because of just the marketing. But just the movie, I'm still probably around a B.
I'm like at a D. Yeah, Blair Witch to me sucked.
The
Yeah.
first one?
Yeah, the
Was it
first,
your
second one I liked. The first one was to me trash.
really? I actually hear a lot. I hear the reverse from a lot of people. They enjoyed the first one, but hated the second one.
Well, the first one to me was nothing but a tease. Like they just was stumbling around the woods the whole time. You couldn't really make out any real thing that was going on, and then at the end, you don't discover anything.
Okay. Okay. I'm like James said, if we're talking marketing this thing, there's no level on the list that could. And there's a few other movies on this list that the marketing was absolutely insane and is what sent it over the top. But as far as movie itself, I'm with you, Scarlett. I'm not a D. I'd be at like a C because like you, you didn't get to really discover much. Yeah, was it? Did you have some jump scares? Did you have some stuff? Yes, but it's a C for me. What about our folks in the chat?
We got an A from Mr. Bones. Still scary, even if it was fake. Also, no one liked the second one. I liked the second one. I preferred the second one.
I didn't
S.
think the second one was bad. I liked how it was a combination of actual movie and found footage. So I enjoyed the second Blair Witch.
I did too. Spectre gives it a C. Yeah, I enjoyed the second one because it was to me what they were trying to do with the first one, but they never really revealed anything in the first one. So, like to me, I don't even know if there was anything supernatural going on in the first one. The kids just kind of was running around the woods. They found some creepy shit, and then you see one running and freaking the fuck out, and all you see is like their back or some shit,
Mm-hmm.
and then the camera goes away. Oh, there's a third one. I don't think I've
Oh,
seen
is
the
there?
third one.
Huh. I did
I don't
not
know if I've
realize
seen
it even went further.
Right. 'Cause if I remember right, the second one, that's the one where the group's in the woods and then they go back to like a house or whatever and a whole bunch of weird
Yes.
shit happens. And then later they find out like, no, they were fucking tripping the whole time doing stupid shit and crazy shit that they didn't
Yep.
even remember doing.
But they
Um,
actually gave the Blair Witch like an entity. Like you got to
Right.
see certain stuff in the second one in regards to the Blair Witch.
Right. Like I
They
said,
gave
I
they
just
gave
like
it
the
more life
perspective
in the
that
second
you are
movie.
watching the movie and you're seeing things. You're like, what in the fuck is going on? And then at the end, it shows you like what really happened the entire time.
Yes.
I thought that was really cool.
Yes.
That's why, and I said that's why I like it better than the first one. Because then again, when the first came out, I was kind of young too. I believe I don't remember how young, but I just remember being not a kid, but I don't remember being in high school when I watched it. So I'm trying to remember, like,
No, because I think I was in high school when it
yeah,
came
because I
out.
remember being young when it came out, and I was just kind of watching and just like, what the fuck? Like, because it didn't do anything for me. I was like waiting, like, okay, this is gonna get good. It's about to get good. No, okay, well, it's coming. It's gonna be a review. There's something, right? There's something. No, and I just remember that thought the whole way through the movie. But
There,
that's just me.
no, I think. And where were you, James?
I was at around a B.
You around a B? Okay. I think, yeah. Uh, I'm sorry. I think it's gonna go C. I just to where these were like that, but I still don't even think it was as good as Annabelle or Amityville.
And so yeah, Seabone said that we had the Blair Witch Project. The Blair Witch Project Book of Shadows was part 2, and the third was just called Blair Witch. No.
Oh, interesting. We're gonna have to check that out. Gonna have to check that out. No, but we're making progress. Next is another one of our favorites, a movie we covered here on the channel and talked about and had fun with is Cabin in the Woods.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I considered it supernatural and paranormal because you're talking about like ancient gods and you still there is magic when it comes to what the concept was. So to me it definitely it can fall under the supernatural or paranormal, especially when it comes to the monsters that they were dealing with, because within the monsters there were supernatural monsters, there were paranormal monsters, there was a whole mess of different kinds of monsters. So I kind of thought that it was fitting to put it under this category. And for me, Cabin in the Woods is an S tier. It's one of my favorite movies. I love this movie, and it is just one that I think is absolutely great. What about you guys?
Yeah, I enjoyed Cabin in the Woods as well. Again, I'm stuck between an S and an A, similar to where I was with 13 Ghosts. I'm trying to decide where to put it.
What about you, James?
I'd be okay with an A, but I would also be okay with a B.
Okay.
Okay.
What was it that puts it there for you?
Just doesn't hit.
I guess part of a little bit of my taste, I like horror comedy because that's almost you have both together in almost everything, right?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
But sometimes it's just something about that combination that sometimes makes me maybe not like something. And it's I don't know, for me, for whatever reason, it's an unbalance of some kind. I don't know how to explain it.
Mm-hmm.
Because someone mentioned in the comments earlier, Ghostbusters, that's supernatural, but it's not what we would call a horror
Right.
movie. That's
Yep.
pretty much a comedy, right?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
So you can be all horror, you can be all comedy, and you can mix it. And sometimes just that balance, for whatever reason, it's hard to explain. And I think this is one of them. Just if it was full on horror, I would have
Right.
probably enjoyed it more. If it left out some of that, whatever it was about it.
Yeah, the comedy kind of stuff
Yeah.
they put in there.
Mm, the campy moments that it had.
Yeah. But it was good. It was good.
Right. It was another one of those movies, a different concept, a different story. I like that it wasn't a rinse and repeat and that it kind of did its own thing and gave us something fresh in the genre. Like, and how it just explained, no, nightmares come from here. Like everything that you could think of, the bad dreams you have, the monsters that you think are hiding under your bed are from, you know, are from here. And like I liked how you could basically fit any horror movie into Cabin in the Woods. So it's like if you put any horror movie into, okay, it's a bunch of teenage kids that have to battle these kind of the Jasons, the Michael Myers, all these different things, they could have been something they picked out of this basement.
Yeah. And this is the one that the bad guy kind of wins in the end. Is that right?
Yeah, world's kind of fucked.
Yeah. And you don't see those kind of endings every day. So I give it that.
Yep, Dana and Marty, I think his name is, just decided to, light up their joint and say fuck the world. Maybe it was time for the world to come to an end now. Mind you, it's a little messed up. I mean, little messed up. I'd at least try to fight for the world. It's more than just yourself, but but that goes into, I know, James, you said like we're gonna do a morality kind of stream at some point, but it poses one of those concepts. They know that they have to die, or at least Marty has to die before she does in order to save the world, and they just choose to say fuck it. Let the world burn.
Even though they're about to die anyway, it looked like.
Pretty much. So it's like, it comes one, what would you do? Like, would you just
Right.
say fuck the world, or would you actually like sacrifice for the world?
You know, I hear there's a good show called Pluribus out there if you like that kind of thing.
Oh God, I can't. Oh, I
So,
can't.
where does Cabin in the Woods look like it's gonna land?
I think what's everybody saying? And I'm
We
gonna
got
ask,
an S in the chat from Mr. Bones. More stabbing in the cabin.
right?
Yeah, see, it could have been that kind of movie.
Well, Scarlet, you were stuck between an S and an A, and I know you'd be okay with an A, James, possibly B. So I'm good putting it under an A.
It's kind of a tie, or way it's going, so it could land on the S just as easy.
We'll put it on A for now. Maybe we'll rethink it. But I think we just have some other movies that's just gonna, crush Cabin in the Woods that we're gonna get to. So, but the next is, I know you can't see it in the picture, but it's The Conjuring. And I know that this is one that is like one of Chris's favorites. He loves The Conjuring. And I know that he said the newest Conjuring was really good. But it's another one of those Warren movies that comes with a lot of controversy, that, based on a true story, but the true story, there's a lot of debunking in the true story and what it actually was and everything. But as far as the movie goes, again, all the Warren movies for me are falling in that B tier. They're not S or A status just to me, but they're not D. I don't think they're bad, but they're just not top quality to me. So they'd probably go, Conjuring would go right next to Annabelle and Amityville. Possibly even C. It's my least favorite out of all the Warren movies. Sorry, Chris.
I put it at about a B. Yeah, I put Conjuring at around a B, and I'm trying to think, because I actually do enjoy most of the movies on this list. Minus maybe one or two. I'm trying to look and see, or maybe there's one or two I haven't seen. So this one's a more difficult list for me actually, because I'm like, where do I really place it? Because I do probably enjoy a lot more of these movies myself.
Interesting. What about you, James? Where do you place The Conjuring?
It could go B, but I'm with you. It could go C. I wouldn't be unhappy,
Me neither. It's not my favorite. And it's like, I don't like when movies are like, oh, this is based on a true story, and then it comes to find out the true story just is filled with kind of like holes and bullshit and like all that stuff. And it's like, if it's based on a true story, then give me the true story, but then they kind of doll it up for the big screen. And I get it. Like, you have to do that sometimes. But it's like, if the original story is supposed to be so scary and so horrifying, then you shouldn't have to change anything.
And Bones gives it an A tier. Conjuring 2 was better, though.
How many? I don't even know how many were there at this point. I know Chris said they just dropped a new one in the franchise.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. Shit. I don't remember either. I know there's a few. Oh, shit. I can't remember.
I don't know. Are we going 4? I'm not too sure.
Is it? I thought it might be more than 4. I'm trying to remember, because I know there was.
Bone says 5. He thinks
4 or 5. Yeah, I was gonna say I think there's more than 4, because there was the little girl one, There was that house one. There was that newer one, and then the one before this newest one. And I feel like I am missing another one. Oh shit, I can't remember because there was quite a few of them. Because like you said, they also because I'll also fuck up because they have like the other ones that have to do with the nun or whatever, even though that's not even there. It's not under the Conjuring, but she's referenced, or he, or whatever the fuck it is, that
Yes,
demon.
I believe it's in their universe, if I'm not mistaken. Just like another one on the list, La
Right. So
Llorona.
that always fucks up me trying to remember which ones were just the Conjuring. Especially like Annabelle 2 also usually fucks my brain up with it. Because they're all kind of tied into the world. Like you'll see them in the Conjuring and stuff, or at their house and stuff. So it kind of fucks up what. Because Annabelle actually was in one of the Conjurings when they're at one of the
Yes.
houses and that demon's like threatening them, and it goes and lets you know, like, hey, look, we fucked with your kid. We used the doll.
Hmm.
So that it always messes my brain up trying to remember how many Conjurings there are.
It's definitely a big universe. They definitely branched out and tried to make that universe kind of something. Now, I don't
Valak,
know
yeah. See,
if
Bones got it.
La
Valak
Llorona
or
and the
Valak.
Nun had actual items associated to them, like The Conjuring and like Annabelle, or even Amityville. Like Amityville was the house. I don't know if they had anything to do with the Warrens or if they were just in this universe.
Well, no,
So
the one did because they did a exorcism on the guy that ends up getting it. The spirit or the demon gets attached to him, and they talk. And then that's one of the ones that was threatening her, if I'm not mistaken, or showed her that demon. That they would be facing it at some point. I thought. See, I'm trying to remember because the world's
wait, does the
raw.
Nun go with The Conjuring or does it go with Insidious?
All right, so there is a nun, or there's a character that looks like a nun in Insidious as well.
Okay, all right. That just like
The nun, that one goes with the Conjuring. It is a demon that ends up leaving that what is Romania or somewhere like that. Ends up making its way to I forget where the Warrens encounter it, but they try to exorcise it out of the guy, and you kind of see the video footage of it, and it's what fucks up the wife of the Warrens or whatever. She gets really fucked up after that. Like that's one of the times where she was like, after that, it messed her up a little bit.
okay.
And then I think they reference it again later, like because it shows it to her while she's like looking at the book or whatever. I think, and she sees what it's supposed to do to Mr. Warren. I think it was, but it's hard. I can't remember completely. I might be slightly mistaken, but I know that it was referenced in their universe.
Gotcha. Yep, but like you, James, I'm good if it ends up in the B, but C is good for me too, because it out of all these movies, out of that kind of universe, it's not my favorite. But where'd you say you'd put it, Scarlet?
Oh, I put it at around a B. Just again, it's hard for me. I want to give a lot of these A's and S's, but oh, it's tough. I give it a B.
All right, looks like the Warrens, that universe is gonna fill up the B list. It looks like they're getting there. Now, the next one's an interesting one. I don't know if everybody has seen it, but the movie Drag Me to Hell.
Mm-hmm.
This I actually kind of enjoyed. It's not an S tier, but I have no problem putting it in A tier because it's definitely better than these movies. But Drag Me to Hell, what's your take on them? Have you seen Drag Me to Hell?
Yeah, I watched it, and again, it's another one that I like in the same regards as Annabelle and The Conjurings and stuff like that. So again, I'm somewhere. It's going to be between an A and a B. I just don't know quite where I want to put it. But it was an interesting movie to watch.
It definitely was. Can't trust them gypsies, man. Them gypsies is fucked up. What about you, James? Have you seen Drag Me to Hell?
I did not see it.
Well, it stems around a gypsy curse. lady messes with a gypsy, and the gypsy puts the Malakia on her, and she's got to kind of, get out of this curse. Kind of like Thinner, if you've seen Stephen King's Thinner, that
Yeah.
sort of concept, like cursed by the gypsy, and she's got a certain amount of days before she basically gets dragged to hell. And let's just say she gets dragged to hell.
Right. And isn't the boyfriend in that the same guy like from a lot of Barbarians and stuff that we
Yes.
watch? Yeah.
Yes.
He's in that one as well.
Yes. So it's a gypsy curse.
Let's
Don't mess
see.
with them gypsies, man.
Spectre says Thinner was better. Yeah, I'm somewhere between A and a B. Yeah, because I enjoy a lot of these movies, but it's hard.
To me, this is something my grandmother would always, when she was younger, there used to be gypsies that lived around here. And that was one thing when we was really little, she would always tell us, never go near the gypsies because you don't want to come back with the malarkey. So gypsies always scared the heck out of me. And not the gypsies that I know you've seen, like My Gypsy Wedding, and the ones that kind of like have no home and travel around. No, like the type of like witchy type of gypsies that did stuff, and like that was one thing my grandma used to always tell us, you don't mess with the gypsies. So creep me out. So it's an A for me. Because I like it better than Annabelle, Amityville. And so I wouldn't feel right putting that movie next to them. So you go with an A, Scarlet? I think we're going to go A tier. Okay. Did I lose you guys?
I'm sorry. No, I had to do a mom thing real
Oh
quick.
no,
I'm here.
I thought I hit my mute. I was like, because I tend to do that.
No,
I
my fault.
tend
I had
do
to do a mom thing real quick.
Oh, it's okay. Mom comes first. Now, the next one is another, big name, The Exorcist. I don't know where you guys put The Exorcist.
See, and I don't watch The Exorcist, although I do enjoy it for its iconic nature and just awesome. There's some really good, awesome scenes and such. It's probably one I don't watch as much as I watch the rest.
Okay. So where would you place?
Shit. I still like it better than Blair Witch, but I don't like it as much as The Conjuring. But see, I would put it on a C because for me, Blair Witch was a D. So yeah, I would have probably put Exorcist around a C.
Okay. What about you, James? Where is the iconic Exorcist for you?
Oh no, we might have lost James.
Did we lose our James?
I think I'm back.
Okay, he's back, folks.
Guess
we got
who's
him.
back? Guess who's back?
He tried to get away, Dana.
I know he did, but he
I don't
couldn't.
know what happened.
Don't worry about it,
Must have
James.
been
You're
a
back
ghost.
home. You're safe now. Just kidding.
Must have been a ghost.
Uh-oh. Are you haunted, James?
I'm a believer now, Dana. I'm
gonna have to send you some sage. Burn it properly. Burn it properly. Where is The Exorcist for you?
I could go with a on that.
Okay.
Yep.
We got some S's in the chat. Bones gives it double S for The Exorcist, and Spectre gives it an S as well.
I am definitely, I would put this in the A tier just because, like, it is just one of those fucking creepy ass friggin' movies. I'm sorry. Like, it is just, and I know it's like, if you look at like when it was, everybody knows it was pea soup and all that other stuff. But I'm sorry. Could you imagine sitting there and seeing some fucking girl's head just kind of spin around and her be okay after that? Like that's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
And there was some controversial scenes in it as well that, you know, really it drummed up some controversy during that time.
Mm-hmm.
She did some things with a crucifix that you shouldn't be doing.
Oh Lord.
You know, you just it's just you don't do that sort of stuff. Okay, the Catholics didn't take too kindly to that. But if my mom were here, it's one of my mom's favorites. She would put it in the S tier. So much so, she dragged me to when they put it in movie theaters. I forget when they did it. Like my mom made me go see it with her. We had to go see The Exorcist.
Mm-hmm.
They put it back out in theaters, and you know, she's a big fan of the Exorcist movies. So for Mama Susie, I'm not gonna S tier it, Ma. So
I don't know. You got a lot of S's.
do we?
You got two S's in the chat. I mean, I'm throwing it way down there, but you and James, or I know James gave it an A. And what did you give it, Dana?
I gave it an A.
Oh, okay. Well, never mind. Then it's pretty split. I mean, I take it down a notch, but I'm just not into The Exorcist as much.
When it first came out, like it was one of those movies that they said people was fainting, people was, getting sick in the theaters, and then it was another one of those things. A lot of fucked up stuff happened on the set that creeped a lot of people out when they were making the movie.
Right.
And so there is a lot of lore and stuff just behind the movie also. But I definitely think it deserves way better than these guys. Sorry, Scarlet, but
no, that's no worries. Look, like you said, we all got our own taste.
we're already gonna get shit because Conjuring's on B if Chris pops on. He's gonna be arguing that to be put higher. I know it, but I think okay. So The Exorcist, it's like we're gonna go A tier. We're gonna go A tier. I think that's good for The Exorcist. Now, next one is another good one. Evil Dead. Evil Dead, you gotta give it to those Deadites. It's just to me, Evil Dead is, I'm sorry, it's S tier. I love Evil Dead.
Mm-hmm.
What about you guys?
S.
S? There we go,
Yeah,
James.
we'll go with the S.
There we go, James. Why do you like it so much, James?
Out of all the supernatural stuff, like you were asking earlier, I forget if it was on before we started or after we started. What do I like more, the ghost side or the demon side? Like, what about it all? And I guess I'm more on the demonic side. Not that I believe in that, I guess, any more than ghosts or anything like that. It's just more creepier, more scarier, more. And Evil Dead, it's got its humor as well. So, but I think it was a good balance. I remember how it affected me when I watched it versus some of these other ones. And so, because maybe it's because I grew up in the woods and this shit happened in the woods, and I don't know.
It could be considered the original Cabin in the Woods, and it's where Cabin in the Woods pulled a lot of its references from when it comes to just the set, putting that cabin in the woods, the eerie factor of just that kind of scene. You're miles away from anything, ghosts, demons, whatever you're facing out there. Just the isolation is even creepier.
Oh, yeah.
But it's another one of those rules. Don't read the Latin in the book that is made out of human skin and written in blood. Just leave it alone.
Fine. No, it's fine, Dana. No worries.
Just leave it alone. Don't touch it.
But I want to touch
away.
it. I want to read the Latin.
Walk away,
I want to learn.
Scarlet.
I want to learn to read Latin,
Just
Dana.
walk away.
It's fine.
Leave it wherever it was.
But I want to touch it.
Right. But then it's like
A
as you
southern
go.
girl that wouldn't pronounce a Chinese name wants to
Yeah, I wanted to try
The
my hand at
Latin,
wants to
Latin.
read some
we're all
Latin.
fucked.
I hear ya.
Forget
Well,
about
because
it.
see, I'm not going
You're
to
screwed,
pronounce it
y'all.
right
You're screwed,
anyways.
y'all.
Look, no, it's because I can't
I'm
pronounce
just
it
fucking with you.
anyways, right? So there's no worries, Dana. I'm gonna read it, but it won't be correct. There's no worries.
Which will probably
And
be
that,
worse.
right, James. I was just gonna say that. That's just gonna be. It's gonna be even worse because you
No, it's
didn't say it
not.
right, and it's just gonna get all fucked up. But like even the newer movies that they kind of made in the Evil Dead world, like I think there was the recent one with the mom and the kids in the apartment building. That one was. They had some scenes in that movie that would make your skin crawl. That
Right.
just eyeball stuff, and anything eyeball always gives me just like the heebie-jeebies when you start doing those close-up with eyeballs and stuff, and it just. But the Deadites, you got to give it to the Deadites. Like there's some creepy ass fucking things.
Mm-hmm.
So S tier, Evil
Yeah,
Dead.
we got Bones gives it an S again, and Spectre gives it an S as well. For all the boomsticks.
Yes, that's one of the greatest.
And welcome,
greatest.
Mr. Fred Boy, asking when are we doing some more D&D streams?
We are working on it. We are getting all of our bells and whistles together, and we just completed all of our artwork, and we are going to definitely be diving into some D&D very, very, very soon. So stay tuned. I know we're going to do a stream probably within sometime in January just to kind of present all the artwork. The players are going to kind of introduce their characters. We're going to do like a dive into the world, and so we're stay tuned. D&D is going to be here very, very soon. I'm excited for it. We're all excited for it. And especially Mr. Abraxas. He's got some trickery up his sleeve. That's going to be fun.
Ooh, I can't wait to see what it is.
I know. But let's move you, Mr. Evil Dead, where you belong on the S tier. Oh, did I have The Exorcist? Oh, look at that. So I accidentally put The Exorcist so we're gonna reverse this real quick. The one I accidentally put on the A list, I'll switch it when we get to it, is The Exorcism of Emily Rose. So I guess we'll talk about that movie now since it's up there. So I'll move it and I will put The Exorcist up there.
James playing music, what the shit?
Oh,
See?
sorry, I didn't know my mic was on.
You just keep playing with your guitar. Well,
Right?
shit.
Don't do that. That's not right. That scared the
Summon.
shit out of me. I was just like, what is
What the fuck?
happening right
Like,
now?
Dana, did you add effects? What the fuck is going on here?
Chris
just-
is not here with this
Sorry.
soundboard. What is going on? This is not right. This is not right. You just scared
It's
the
all
hell
the
out of
creepy
all
ass
of us.
fucking chords and shit too. What the hell are you doing over there, James?
Right?
Lying shit.
You just wanted to scare the bejesus out of us. I get it. I get it. I understand.
Oops.
He is the Dark Lord.
Right? In all his glory. But The Exorcism of Emily Rose, is it a movie that you guys have seen?
Yes, I do remember watching it, and again, it's about it's about the same line because it's kind of the same deal to a degree.
Okay.
I know it's not the same effects. It's not quite the same. You don't get the same kind of whatever, but because they had a few of these Exorcist movies, right? It wasn't just this one. They had a few different ones, and they were all kind of pretty much the same. Someone getting possessed by this demon, and then what how the family or whatever has to react to. Is this the one where they go to court over it?
Yes.
Okay.
Because they deem that the way the father's dealing with it is abuse instead of treatment, and
Right.
the father in the end gets blamed for her. I believe she dies. But yes, he goes to court and gets in trouble for it.
Right. Yeah. So I mean, Bones gives it a C tier. I'm somewhere around a B.
Okay. And what about you, James? Have you seen The Exorcism of
Yeah.
Emily Rose?
Yeah, I would probably be down around the C, but with Blair Witch there, I could even go a D just because Blair Witch is on C. But
I agree.
that's
I
just me.
agree. It was not one of my faves. It's a hit or miss for me, and I feel like it's another one of those based on a true story and all that other stuff. But it didn't hit its mark for me. So I
See, and I'm above with Blair Witch because I put that at a D anyway. So I'm fine anywhere between a B and a C with it.
okay. C tier. Yes, Jennifer Carpenter was definitely better in Quarantine in our version. She was. Yes. But okay. For shits and giggles, let's do that. Let's put the right Exorcist. There we go. I just saw that and I was like, "Oh, Exorcist. Yeah, there's our iconic priest." And fun fact, Benda's mom in this picture, that was her teacher.
No, that's cool.
And she hates this movie. She's not allowed in the Benda household. It is, she hates this movie because it's very scary for her. So, and since that's her actual teacher. So she always would remind us of that. Nope, don't want to watch it. Don't want to watch it. And then I guess there's a lot of these movies that are allegedly based on true stories when it comes to this category too. So, but next we have The Haunting in Connecticut. I'll tell you right off the bat, this is a D list for me. I hated this movie. I didn't like it. I thought it was hot trash. So, and that's pretty much all I'm going to say about it because it was just awful. So this is a D.
This is
D,
another
D,
one. Didn't they
D.
have more than one of these kind too as well? There was another like Haunting in something else.
I didn't see this one.
Oh,
I
it
remember
was
watching this
horrible.
one. I wanted to say there was another one. It was like, was it Haunting in the Same Place? I thought it was like another Haunting in some other like state or something. It was like a similar kind of deal. Where do I want to put it? Shit.
This is boo.
I'm
for
going to
me.
put it C because I don't remember it as much, but I do remember liking it better than like Blair Witch.
Okay. Thinking about it, I'm honestly okay moving both these bad boys to the D tier, tell you the truth. Now the more that we're doing, because there are, like you said, there even are some movies coming up that I would even C tier that are better than this. So I might be making an executive decision and moving these bad boys down to the D list.
Bones gives the one we're on a B.
Okay, yeah, this just I literally got halfway through this movie and just stopped watching because it bored me so much. I thought everything was predictable, and I don't really like calling PG-13 movies horror movies and a lot of these movies actually on this list are PG-13, which, I get it, but it just PG-13 kind of just they like teeter on, we want to call ourselves horror, but we want to be able to have young kids come out and watch it if they want to. Like, pick a lane.
Mm-hmm.
But if you guys could just talk for 1 second, I just have to I have to let my dog out.
Alrighty. Let's see. But yeah, I'm trying to remember if there was another one of those or not. Do you remember, Bone, if there was another one? Why do I feel like there was more than one haunting in? That was in Connecticut, but I swear there was another one. Oh, it doesn't matter either way. It just bothered me because
There probably was. I don't know.
Well, like when you think you're trying to remember something and you just can't, like the name of something, and you're like, damn it, I know what that is. Or it just bothers me because I could go look it up, and I'm too lazy to do that right now. But anyways. But yeah, guys, so thank you all for joining us tonight. And if anyone's just now joining us, you can take a look at our tier lists and let us know where you stand with any of the movies that we have. We have like 13 Ghosts, Evil Dead, Cabin in the Woods, Drag Me to Hell, The Exorcist, Shit, what is that one? I can't see the name of it anymore, and I forgot, even though I know what it is. Jesus Christ, I'm having some bad.
There's a part 2 to that.
Okay, so it was a part 2.
Yeah, I don't see other stuff, but it's part 2.
Okay, I could have sworn there was
They all
another
say
one.
Connecticut that I can
Was it
see.
all in Connecticut? Okay, I couldn't remember
Well,
for sure.
no,
I thought there was another
part
one.
2 is The Haunting in Connecticut. Part 2, Ghosts of Georgia. Or
Okay,
something. So
I could have sworn they did more than one. Memory is not what it used to be, apparently.
I wouldn't have any idea.
Well, we also got Amityville, we got Annabelle, The Conjuring, Blair Witch, and The Exorcist so far. And part
If
2
you
was in
guys-
the South. Okay.
If you guys would want it higher than D, just for me personally, out of all these movies, it's trash.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry. So where did you guys rank The
He
Haunting?
said,
in
I'm somewhere
Connecticut?
between like a C or a B. Bones gives it a B. And James, where were you at again? I couldn't remember. Sorry.
I did not see it.
That's right. You did not see it.
You did not see it? Good. Don't waste your time. Sorry. I'm hating on this movie. I apologize.
No worries.
It's just not my horror. Not my horror. So where's the chat putting it? Are they what you, Scarlet, like B and
Let's see. Bones the only one that said anything so far, and he gives it a B. He liked it.
well, you guys then definitely outvote me. I won't cry if it goes on a B tier. It's just D tier for me.
Yeah, as I said, it's all good. We all got different tastes.
We
What
do.
we're into from time to time. It happens.
So you and Bones say B. So there we go. But again, I'm kind of debating whether I'm gonna chalk these down to D tier. Because now, like, there are other movies that I will put C that are above these guys, but not a D. But we shall see. The next one is one of them. It's Insidious. Again, not one of my favorites. Didn't really get into the franchise. I think I saw the first one. I know I saw the first one. Can't really remember much about it. Just know little boy, they walk in the spirit world. He could spirit walk or something like that, right? And
Sort of, yeah. He ends up being able to like go outside of his body and walk and stuff. And if he's out for too long, the spirits can take over his body.
so I don't think it's a D tier, but it's definitely better than these guys. You know what? Executive decision. Sorry. Sorry.
And
But
see,
I
I
would-
liked Insidious. I want to say I watched all of them, the whole story, all the way through.
I'm a
I
B
give
or
it
a
an-
C.
I give it an A.
I'd be good with a B, but I'm also okay with a C if that's where it falls. But what about you guys? You said you're about an A. You said, Scarlet.
Yeah, I'm about an A because I did watch it all the way through, and
Okay.
I remember enjoying it.
And I do
Especially
know people say
when
it had a collective story.
it did.
So at least if you watch all the movies, the story connects.
It does.
Makes sense.
It makes more sense. That's what I was gonna say. Because by the time you get to I believe the last one or whatever, or as you go through, you start to realize some of the things that happened in the first one. You see what the meaning of that was to a degree, or what really, what was going on, the fuckery or whatever.
Okay. For the story, I'm more inclined to give it a B because if you can make that many movies and have a collective story, that's not something easy to do, and make them all kind of cohesive and make sense and not jump the shark, which is something I have heard about Insidious, is that if you watch, there's also a chronological order that you could watch them in that also makes them make sense when it comes to the old lady story in the movie.
Yeah.
So I'll give you I'll up it for
Because I watched all the way through, even what was it, the Red Door or whatever.
Okay.
I watched all the way through where you get to find out kind of why the things happened. You go back to the beginning, like the ending is kind of like the beginning in some ways.
Okay. All right. What about you, James? Where do you put Insidious?
Yeah, if it's 5 movies and like Scarlet says, they all relate or whatever, and it makes sense, that's a big thing.
Yeah.
Fortunately, I haven't watched any.
You haven't watched any? Do you know of them, though?
I do, definitely, I do. I just haven't watched any.
James, you just have to go into the further.
Oh my goodness. I know. I got a lot of stuff on the list.
Into the further we go. I say that all the time because I do like the movie. Let's go. Bones gives it a B for Insidious.
Okay. Yeah, I'm around to B just strictly for the story and the franchise. But as far as a movie that I would sit down and like watch, this I've seen it because there was a lot of hype around it. So I did watch the first one. I think maybe I've seen the other ones, but I can't even tell you if I honestly remember. I know I've seen like breakdowns on them, people talking about them. There's a few horror channels that I watch that have done like ending explains and stuff like that. And I've seen, that's how I know about like the connection of the story. But as of saying, have I seen all the movies? No.
Yeah, the last one. Once you get to understand how far back what the boy encounters, you get to see like kind of where it comes from.
Okay.
Sort of.
Okay.
I don't want to say because people haven't watched it, so I'm trying not to spoil. But no, it's good. I like the way that they kind of, it is kind of, I guess, a roundabout way because it takes a while for. But I said it takes all the way to basically to the end for you to fully get the story, on what that entity is or where it comes from or what the fuck ever is its deal.
Okay.
But it is really cool to see them because they things that you think were like, okay, they won't get back to you or you'll never know something to, they do make sure I believe from what I remember to kind of show it.
Okay. So you know what? We're going to go ahead and put Insidious on the A because like you said, it's got to be better than this. And these I'm not like, okay. So if it's as good as you say it is, I trust you, Scarlet. I trust you. You'd never steer me wring.
Well, there might have been that one time, but we won't talk about it.
Right? We will not talk about that. We will let that just be in the past. We will forget about it and we will move on.
You know, just say the steering went out.
There you go. You know, you thought the accelerator was the brake. It's okay.
It happens. You know, things happen. It is what it is.
So we will chalk that up to you know, just a mistake.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm okay. I'm okay putting it on A, especially with the more you're talking about the story and stuff. Maybe I'll think about maybe one day dabbling.
Mm-hmm.
Dabbling. But now the next one, another one that there's like, if you look up the La Llorona, there's like 20 different versions of this movie. People have tried to make this movie a few times. I just picked the most famous one out of all of them, which is connected to the universe of, you know, The Conjuring or whatever universe it's connected to. But man, there's at least 10 La Llorona movies. They really like this chick.
This one.
Yeah, I can't say I've watched any of those 10.
It's a C for me. It possibly even D tier. It's. Do you guys know the story of La Llorona?
I'm trying to remember. I'm saying I don't even remember this one.
Well, it's I believe either a Mexican or a Spanish kind of like lore.
Yeah.
That it's the wailing woman who she was married to somebody and ended up drowning her kids for her husband for some reason. I could be butchering it and I apologize, but it had something to do. It had something to do with the woman drowning her kids and then afterwards finding out her husband was cheating on her or something like that. And she ended up regretting it. And now she like kind of walks the world as, you know, a vengeful spirit looking for her children, taking children, you know, in
okay,
their
that's
place.
where I heard that from then. not from this movie, but just that lore. 'Cause I do
Yes.
remember that.
It's
And
kind
we
of
were-
like something the parents use to kind of tell their kids, if you don't behave, La Llorona's going to come and get you.
Yeah, I remember that being talked about with From, one of the
It's one of
lore.
those kind of things. Like it's almost like a boogeyman in
Right. Okay.
the
I
Spanish
hadn't seen
lore.
the movie, but now I know what you're talking about when you reference that. Yeah.
But they say you hear her crying before she takes the children, because she's crying because she did what she did, and she takes children to kind of, in place of her own kids.
Right.
But there are several versions of the story. That is just, I believe, the most famous one out of the lore when it comes to La Llorona. But yeah, she's a spirit that killed her kids, found out, I think, her husband was unfaithful to her, and then she regretted doing what she did, and then was punished or cursed to, spend eternity wandering, looking for her children. But just the movie itself just was just your typical, like, just jump. You kind of had jump scares. It's another one of those PG-13 movies. So I don't think it's as bad as these two, but it's definitely all of these, I would say, were better. So I'm
Says her husband was taken by ice, says Bone.
Bone. Now, play nice. Play nice.
He must have seen the movie.
But it's a C tier for me.
They said I haven't seen the movie itself, so I don't even. I couldn't. Right?
All right, so there we go. We're gonna put La Llorona in that tier. Okay, so another kind of one of those vengeful kind of spirits sort of thing is the movie Mama. Have you guys seen the movie Mama?
I have seen it.
What about you, Mr. James? Come on, don't let me down.
Oh no.
Oh
Should
god!
I think Vic said to lie earlier in the chat. Or just
Right.
Yes.
Well, it's another one of those kind of stories. Right. The husband went kind of batshit crazy. He was going to kill his kids, but the cabin or the place where he was going to kill his kids was the spirit that ended up saving the kids, but keeping the kids, and they almost kind of grew up feral. Like they since they were just out in the woods, like they were literally like these feral kids. And then finally, when they were found by someone, Mama came to get them back.
Yeah, it had its moments.
The ending was sad.
Yeah,
the ending broke my heart. So I will give it at least a B, because that, man, it made me cry at the end.
And I'm sorry between a B and a C again, because it's like you said, it's just another one of those kind of like vengeful spirit type things. And it was kind of different, sort of, because of the kids and that aspect of it.
Yes.
And
I definitely didn't see the ending coming. Like I thought it was going to be one of those, everybody's going to get saved. You're going to have some of your killings throughout the thing. Right. But man, oh man, I'm sorry, it's been long enough. When Mama took the little girl, I said, oh no. Oh no. That actually made me tear up a little bit.
So yeah, I could go with a B. I'm somewhere between a B and a C. Yeah. What about you guys? Bones, did you get to check out Mama? Or no, you said you didn't see Mama.
It's not bad by any means. It's not like, if you haven't seen it, definitely check it out. It's worth a watch. It's just, it's not great, but it's not bad.
I liked it better than, I'm trying to remember. I don't even know if it's on this list. It had the main character from Harry Potter in it, but he was in like a horror movie. Oh shit. It was another kind of vengeful spirit type deal too. Damn it. I just had it. My brain is not working tonight, Dana. Here's the thing.
Why do I think I know what you're talking about? Is it with
The Woman in Black. Thank you, Vaughn. Yeah, The Woman in Black. And that one I didn't actually like. And that was probably mostly because of the fact that the actor that played Harry Potter, that's all I saw.
Well, it's got to be bad because when I started doing research and looking up like top kind of paranormal supernatural horror movies, it wasn't on anything I saw. So
Yeah. And I didn't really enjoy that one. I definitely like Mama better than that. Yeah, it was okay. And yeah, all I kept seeing was, Harry Potter. I'm like, dude, break out your wand, beat this bitch. You took on Voldemort. This
what is this garbage? Okay, so let's put Mama on the B. And next we're getting to a biggie. Paranormal Activity. The hype behind this movie was real. Like, just if the previews of watching the people, like jump and scream in the theater, like it definitely piqued my interest, and that's what made me want to go see it.
Mm-hmm.
Now, was it the scariest movie I ever saw? No. Did I kind of doubt people's reactions after I saw it? But it's another one like Blair Witch. That marketing was top notch.
Yeah, I like, as far as found footage goes, I like Paranormal a lot more than I like Blair Witch. But I'm trying to decide if I want to give it a B. Somewhere around a B, but because it's hit or miss for me depending on the Paranormal Activity movie. Some are a little bit better than others. Oh man, that's hard. Because if we're going just based off the first one, I want to say I'm between an A and a B. But then there were some others that I might have liked even better than the original one.
Okay.
C.
Really? You have to explain yourself, James.
I think it just tends toward my way. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
Not.
And they're not very like. I mean, it's again, it's one of those you have to really
there's
be
a
into
line, kind of. I think for me, like turning off my believability type whatever in my brain. If you're looking for it, to me, it's hard to turn off the believability. Like if it's a full on, the ghost is there, nobody's looking for it, it just appeared, and there's some ancient mystery explaining it, that kind of thing or whatever. I can go with that a lot more because I can turn my brain off,
Mm-hmm.
For some reason, the search for it, though, those type of movies, and this kind of felt like that. So,
right. I want to say, and I might be really off for folks from the franchise. I like some of I'm trying to remember which one I liked. I want to say it was a later one when they start getting into the craziness of, okay, now it's not just like, okay, they're maybe possessed by a spirit or some little minor demon, but they show like this whole other fucking world.
Yes.
Like coming into our world in a way, all the little particles and stuff they were catching on the camera. That was kind of cool.
Ghost Dimension.
Yeah, the Ghost Dimension. That was kind of cool. That was a little bit extra they added in there. That was way later. It was what one of the last ones?
I think it was the fourth one, if I'm not mistaken. Okay. Yes, because the first one was following the original couple. The second one was showing the parallel time with her sister.
Mm-hmm.
The third one was when the hunter, the baby, was a little more grown up and they came back for him after. And then the third one was when we saw the girls as kids.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry. I think the Ghost Dimension was the fifth one.
Yeah, because there's also the one where the guy ends up finding the book or whatever, and he ends up getting possessed and goes through. And I think that's the last one, or maybe not. I get them all confused at which order they go in.
Yes.
But it isn't. I didn't care for the one where the guy was getting possessed as much, where he's like listening in the vents and shit, and there's all that whacked out lady next door or whatever down the street.
The only part of that movie that was good was the ending because it connected back to the first one.
But as far as like that one goes, that's why I said it was hit or miss for me, because that one I didn't really care for as much as far as the movie as a whole.
Yes.
First one was okay for found footage. It wasn't my favorite. But again, I like the Ghost Dimension one because they kind of give you a little extra stuff with that.
Mm-hmm.
Getting to see kind of how they were connecting some of that stuff and how they were talking to the kids and talking to them through shit and stuff like that was kind of crazy.
Mm-hmm.
And again, found footage for me is a hit or miss to begin with. just because that genre, I don't usually tend to like very many movies out of it.
Mm-hmm.
So that's another reason why probably like some people like Blair Witch more. I don't like it because again, that found footage is just a hit or miss for me. It's either going to be really
Yes.
good or really bad.
I could kick
Um,
myself because I forgot to put Hell House on this list. And
mhm,
like you know me, it's one of my favorite when it comes
right.
to found footage. I think it's one of the rare movies that was actually done well.
Mhm.
Like it,
Because there's just something about found footage where they don't show you certain things. Because I get it, it's they're trying to give you that aspect of if somebody was
mhm,
holding a camera, you're not going to get everything perfect. It's not an actual movie. But I've seen some where they do that and they actually do it well enough where you still get to see enough
yes,
of what's
yes,
going on. Like The Bay, I like that one a lot. It's more science fiction, horror, but again, you get
mhm,
to see kind of what the creature is, and they give you enough sort of to go off of, and all of it's from all different kinds of found footage, right? It's not just people's body cams or phone cams or something like that. These were from like all kinds of different sources where they were in that movie. So you
yes.
get to see all kinds of stuff. You're following a news reporter, so you're seeing her footage throughout the day. So
Yes,
that one was
that's
a
what I
really good
liked about
one.
Hell House was the fact that they turned it into a faux documentary. Like you weren't just watching found footage, there was a reason why you were seeing the found footage, and that
Right.
was because you had somebody who was putting it all together and investigating it,
Mm-hmm.
like investigating the story and what happened to the people in Hell House. So it was like they made it in the form of a documentary, and I like that they kept that theme throughout the franchise. Like it was always based on this, what really happened there and the investigation aspect of it. And
Mm-hmm.
that's why I enjoyed Hell House. But I forgot to put it on so I could kick myself because I forgot about it in
So
my
in
search.
spirit, it's somewhere around an A or an S. So we'll just
Yes.
have to know that.
Yes. But Paranormal Activity, I'm I'm an A or a B, more
Mm-hmm.
leaning towards a B because I like to where yes, the marketing was great, but when you actually got to sit down and watch it, I was like, what the fuck are these people jumping out of their skin for? I was like, there
Right.
was nothing in that movie that we watched that I was like, oh my God, there's the scene that probably made people fucking go nuts. I was like, why are people like, yeah, it's a scary concept. Like nobody wants to be fucking possessed or followed by a demon and just seeing the progression of how it got worse and worse for her. But
Right.
I was like, there was nothing in this movie that actually made me like, oh my God, this is the scariest movie I've ever seen.
Right. Your Bones gives it an ace. It's liked all of them. The story was good, and yeah, VHS movies I liked them too. Some were I like better than others
VHS,
within the
yes,
movie, which is weird because VHS gives you so many little kind of like mini sort of
yes.
things. And I may not like the whole movie, but there'll be like maybe one part out of it I like. Um,
Yes. And there's some big directors who got to do some of the mini stories in the
right,
VHS kind of world. So if you like really looked at some of the individual instead of like the movie as a whole, there's about 4 or 5 of the little mini kind of stories that we see that I really enjoyed.
right. What's up, Carl? If you would like the link, let me know. I can send it to you if you want to
Absolutely.
jump on at the end of this here tier list. Let us know what you think.
Absolutely. So I'm anywhere from like a B. It's not A for me. Like it's not just because the hype around it. I was excited to see it, and then I saw it and was disappointed
Right.
because I really thought it was going to be way scarier than what it was.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Wherever you would like to put it, Miss Dana. I'm somewhere between an A and a B. Carl, what about you? Where you sit with Paranormal Activity? Let us know. Like I said, Bones gave it an A. And I'm very indecisive tonight. This is a hard one for me on a lot of these.
Did I
Because
pick a
I do
hard one?
enjoy a lot. Well, I enjoy a lot of them, and I don't want to just put them all on like one tier.
Yeah. When because that's what's fun about this is really like kind of breaking down the movie, and it's like to where none of these movies I'm going to say except Haunting of Connecticut. I just hated that movie, but I could say that are any of these really bad?
Mm-hmm.
No, they're not bad, especially when you see some of the doors that some of these movies like Blair Witch opened, like The Exorcist opened, 13. There is that kind of, they did bring uniqueness to horror.
Right.
So like you can appreciate that. But when like you're kind of getting down to the nitty gritty of like even a Paranormal Activity, like I would almost say the like Blair Witch, I had a scarier concept than Paranormal Activity did.
Mm-hmm.
And I
Gives it a D. I remember falling asleep. Carl says they were not great.
oh yeah, Miguel would have been right with you. He fell asleep during that movie too.
He doesn't like horror. He doesn't count. No, I'm just kidding.
He doesn't. He is such a pain in my butt when it comes to horror. Like he shits on horror, but he did like 13 Ghosts. He enjoyed that movie, and he did like Cabin in the Woods.
Mm-hmm.
So, but all these other movies,
no for him yet. Then
all these other movies, he'd be like D D D D. All of them are D. All of them are D.
So yeah, wherever you would like to put it, Miss Dana, because like I said, we're pretty.
And where did you
We
say
got some
James?
bad. We
See,
I think James said he didn't watch them.
No, I think I put it as C. Yeah.
Oh, okay, you did watch
See?
these. Okay. See,
yeah,
I got confused.
I'm kind of good with that. I'm okay with that. But next we got a heavy hitter. Poltergeist. Like that is of like almost I think one of the
I give
most
that an A
famous.
easily for me because I do like the original, not the the remake, reboot, whatever the fuck it is. It was something.
Yep. And another one that there was so much behind the scenes of stuff that just like happened on the set, and like that sort of boosts it for me because there was all that extra creepy kind of stuff that happened. The sister died, then the little girl ended up dying. There was like somebody who died on the set while making it, and then it was like they found out that they really used like real skeletons and like human remains in that final scene that they weren't aware of, and there's a lot of stuff that goes into Poltergeist. So yeah, I good with like a S or A, because it's just it's kind of iconic for me. That they're here scene, that it's like, who doesn't know that?
Right?
Who doesn't know that?
Let's see, Spectre's got an S. Miss Fit gives it an S. I'm easily at an A. What about you, Mr. James? Where were you at?
I would have to put this one on the S.
Like the S's are winning. Carl gives it an A and Bone S. The first movie was a masterpiece, and the sequel is almost as good. Part 3 was okay. Let's not talk about the remake. Yeah, the remake was something. It was a thing.
It was. It sure was. And the little old lady who
yeah.
came to like fix everything. How creepy was she? Like just when she
I liked
came
her.
in.
She was in, what was she in? Oh, what, 13 Candles? Is that the other one she was in? Oh shit, she was in another movie like where she was kind of like a witch too, or she was played like a witch or something like that, and she was using magic and helping the girl get like what she wanted or whatever. And she's something.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
Caroline.
And you can see with several of these movies, actually, though, but the marketing behind it, it's like, whether it be the Annabelle, the Blair Witch, the Poltergeist, or whatever, especially the Blair Witch, you'll never see that again. It's going to get harder and harder for people to pull these things off, like come up with new stuff is what I mean,
Yeah.
I guess a haunted doll can do it over and over and over, but come on, what's something unique? So they keep coming up with stuff, though. I'll give it to them.
Right,
but some of it's crazy, Sharknado. Come on, give me something.
Oh,
Sharknado
better. Was campy goodness. That was campy goodness. The people that they killed in those movies was great. Come on.
Just saying.
How many? You got to see some of the people you hated the most just get fucking devoured by flying sharks in a tornado. Like I watched it, surely just to be like, who you killing this time? Who you killing this time?
Oh, it's funny. I've only watched the first one. I guess there's probably more.
Oh, it gets crazier and it gets more outlandish, and like I told you, like it's up there with the movie that I told you, Lavalantulas, where, nobody believed me that it even friggin' existed, but it did. Big giant spiders take over LA, and they're from an underground volcano, and they just wreak havoc over everything. And come on, it's sci-fi. It's sci-fi TV. They're known for that. The Sharktopus movie. They meld the most obscure fucking things together and just make cheesy funny movies. And Sharknado is it's a horrible movie, but it's horribly good. That's
Yeah,
all I can say about Sharknado.
it's funny.
But now next is Wreck. I don't know if you guys have seen Wreck, but if you've seen Quarantine, you've basically seen Wreck. The only thing that it's beat for beat the same movie. Like if you put the two movies side by side, like they didn't change anything in Quarantine. They totally took the movie step for step, beat for beat. The only thing they changed was the origin of the virus. In Quarantine, it was a rabies type of virus that was made because that's scarier to us in America, but in Spain they're still very much based in religion. So they made it a demonic virus that was, the Catholic Church was messing with this possessed person, and they were able to like basically genetically engineer a virus from this possessed person who was possessed by a demon, and then everybody who got infected with this virus henceforth became part of this demon like hive mind, so the demon was able to kind of spread through this like virus. So that is the only difference from it. So if you've seen Quarantine, you've seen Wreck. Just switch the origins of the virus. It's a demon virus compared to a rabies virus. It's an A tier for me. I love this movie. And luckily I watched this first before I watched Quarantine. So it it's still worth the watch if you've seen Quarantine, just to kind of see the only thing that's, like I said, that's different is the ending with the virus. Have you guys seen Quarantine?
I don't think I have. I went looking it up just now to see because I was like, did I watch that one? And I don't
And
remember it.
it's found footage. It's another one of those types of movies where it's found footage. You have the news reporter lady following these two guys in the fire department, like a night shift. That's her kind of
Right.
story. She follows, like, it's called the night shift, and she follows different kind of people who work overnight shifts. And this night she's following the fire department, and they get a call that some woman is kind of losing her mind, and so the fire department gets called in, and then while they're in the building gets shut down under quarantine. Like, that's basically, but it's called Rec from the Spanish one because it's the REC when you were doing a video recording, and you know how you see the REC in the corner saying you're
Right.
recording. That's what it pulled its name from, for that, to
Mm-hmm.
where Quarantine called itself Quarantine because they were under quarantine.
Right.
But the characters are the same. Everything is beat for beat the same in the first movie. Have you seen Quarantine, James?
Yeah, and I don't really remember it very well. So it's hard for me to probably place it higher than a D or C. But I could see it a B, just because of what it was about. It seemed like I didn't hate it, that kind of thing. I just don't remember it very well.
I just like this because they put a spin on demonic possession. It wasn't your traditional kind of exorcist type of movie to where, okay, demons possessing someone, and no, like the church fucked with this thing, made a virus, and then the virus got
Yeah.
it got like leaked out. So everybody who then turns into demons. So
Yeah.
it's pretty freaking creepy. And as you saw in my intro clip, they have a creepy kid, and creepy kids are always fucking just creepy. But So for me, it's an A tier, but I know it's an obscure movie. Not a lot of people know it, but they would know Quarantine. So, but have you guys in the chat, have you guys seen the Wreck movies?
See, Bonesaw gives it an A, but Carl and Vic have not.
It's definitely worth it. It's even if you've seen Quarantine, it's definitely it's worth the movie because you get to see where Quarantine came from, and you would say Quarantine's kind of a ripoff of Wreck, which it definitely is, but Wreck is just it's really good. It's really good.
Nice.
So Bone said, "Hey, we're going for it, Bone. We're going for it. We're going for it." Next is another movie that I put on the list, but unfortunately I have not seen, but it said it's like supposedly one of the best kind of supernatural horror movies. I believe it's a Stephen King movie,
Mm-hmm.
Room 1408.
Oh yeah, I like that one. I'm definitely gonna go with the A.
I have not seen it, but I just doing some research, I got the gist of it to know like what it's about. Have you seen Room 1408, James?
Don't think so. Let me look it up.
It's a hotel. One of the hotel rooms is basically haunted, demonically, even possibly. A lot of bad things happened there over the years. So this guy, he's kind of investigating it to write a book. I believe he's writing a book.
Oh yeah, John Cusack. I think I did see this. Yeah, I think I did see this.
And it's Stephen King, right?
Yes, Stephen. That's what Bones, I believe, is saying. Yes, Stephen King.
Yep.
Vic gives it an A. Carl gives it an A. I give it an A. I did enjoy that one a lot, especially because it gives you multiple endings, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh.
Sort of what happens to the guy at the end. It is pretty fucking jacked up the way that room works and shit, as far as like within the movie parameters.
So the room is demonic, or is it in like a different? Is it like a different route? Like, is it a dimension, or is it just a
Well,
room that's
it's all
like
kinds of
cursed?
fucked up. So the room itself is within the hotel.
Okay.
The staff typically like they don't rent the room out anymore. They tried over the years, but always something really crazy happens. Staff reports all kinds of whacked out shit. So much to the point where they will still maintain the room, but they don't stay in there long. Like door stays open, the staff's in and out quick. Nobody hangs out in that room. So this guy's trying to like see if it's real or not. I believe he's sort of a skeptic. I'm trying to remember exactly, but he goes there to kind of to prove or disprove what the reports are about this place. And so he's going to stay the night in the hotel room. First, it's minor things where he's thinking that the hotel has just set this up for publicity, to get more people to stay at the hotel.
Okay.
And then eventually things get a little bit more stranger. He sees, like ghosts or whatever things popping out. He hears things, but then eventually it's like he's taken outside of the room. Like he's not there. Like they eventually bust into the room because he's like called his girlfriend, his ex-wife or something like that. And he's like trying to tell him, like, because the room goes really hot, it goes really cold. There was like this whole, like one of the pictures has like a ocean scene or something like that, and the water comes out into the hotel room. He tries to leave the hotel room, he can't leave. Like he tries to walk out or tries to leave out through the window. No matter what he does, he can't. Like he ends up right back to where he started. Even when he thinks he beat like the time period, he's like, okay, it's the next day, whatever. No, the room just tricks him. He's like, and basically lets him know you're never leaving here again. So even when they bust into the room, I believe on one ending, like they don't see him, he's not there. But I want to say on another one, the other ending, he did make it out. But it's been a minute since I watched it, but I remember the main story, and I remember the hotel room itself and how fucked up that situation was, and it was pretty crazy because, like I said, he's trying to prove something. So he'll hear something or see something in the hotel room, and he tries to figure out, well, okay, well, maybe they came in through like, this little doorway here. There's some kind of like something in the room where they're able to get in and get out really quick. So he's like the whole time trying to like figure it out. It's not until things get really serious and he's like, holy, I'm screwed. Like he
Oh, so he's
realizes,
trying to like debunk the story.
yeah, he doesn't really quite believe it if I'm remembering correctly, because he's like, okay, he's got his little recorder. He's like, well, okay, I just did this, and now how did this happen? And so he's like running around the hotel room trying to catch like the staff or whatever at first. He calls them up. He's like, oh, of course the heat's not working or the AC's not working or whatever, and they come in there and tap it and stuff to make it work again. Like it starts off very like just like you think of with any kind of haunting. It's very small, minor, but this gets so intense for him. But I liked it. And Vic says based on a true story.
Oh,
Bones gives it a B.
okay.
And we got some A's, we got some B's. I give it an A.
Okay. And do you remember it, James? Where did you say you would place it?
Yeah, I could go A or B, but A's good. Yeah. You know, because it's kind of far out there, but it was good, you know. I think it was
Okay.
far out there.
I see Samuel L.
It's pretty
Jackson
out
on
there.
there. So
Yeah, I believe he was the manager of the hotel.
interesting. Okay. So Rube 14. I'm gonna have to check this out. It was on the top of like a lot of the lists that I like looked up and like did it, and I've never, it's just not one I've ever seen. So there you
There
go.
you
I will take your recommendations.
All right. That's pretty
Now,
good.
right, another one that, you know, an oldie, but it's a goodie. The concept is, you know, I guess demonic because you're talking about, I guess, the Antichrist, but Rosemary's Baby. This is another one that my mom swears by. I saw because of my mom. So, you know, for Susie, I don't know if I put an S tier, but for Susie, we'll say A. But, you know, I'd be okay with a B. But I know my mom would fight hard for an A. Even an S, she would say. But where would you guys put Rosemary's Baby?
I don't know if I've even seen that one.
Mm.
I do not remember it.
Well, let's just say lady gets, you know, they move into this place and all the people, you know, follow this cult, and she basically gets impregnated with she gets impregnated with the Antichrist and
Oh, nice.
gives birth to little demon baby at
Yeah,
the end.
she's an overachiever. How about
Pretty
that?
much. Pretty much. Have you seen Rosemary's Baby, James?
Yes.
Where do you place it?
Man, yeah, I think, you know, I don't know, like, I think Evil Dead, just what it is, maybe above that, so it may be an A, but I could see it on the S pretty easy.
Ooh. Is
But
it something
A for sure, I think.
Did
What's that?
did you enjoy the concept of that movie? I know you're not kind of big into this sort of thing, but you know, creepy concept.
Yeah, and one of the early, because you know it's been played here and there since. So, you know, like Stephen King stuff, like good story writers, you know, that can creep you out with something like this. You know, some stories are a little more basic. This one definitely, it was just creepy, you know. So
Right?
I mean, I liked it. I liked it. I don't know if there's a remake or whatever, but I'm just talking about the
I
original.
think they remade it into a mini series, and I don't remember if the original one was it a movie or was it a mini series.
It was a movie at start, wasn't it? Oh,
I don't. I'd have to ask my mom that. I don't. I just know the
yeah,
remake that they did was a mini series.
look it up.
But yeah, I'm definitely a tier. It's, the Antichrist is always creepy. And just what that poor woman had to go through, and how fucked up everybody around her was, and how they manipulated her,
Yeah, the
and like,
original was
oh,
1968.
oh, it was a movie.
Yeah, movie.
There you go. So yeah, Rosemary's Baby for Susie, for Mama Susie.
Yeah, I
There you
just think
go.
it, that kind of story fits in with like I say, Stephen King and some of those other writers like him, that I think like Vic said in the chat, classic, it just
Yeah,
classic kind of story, and when it came out, especially.
right.
So
But
yeah.
now I know we're getting to one of Scarlet's favorites, Silent Hill. I definitely enjoyed the first Silent Hill. When the
Mhm.
world starts switching and you see the little bugs that got the faces on it and the nurses and Pyramid Head ripping the skin off that lady and
Right.
this definitely filled my horror cup.
Right. Yeah. I'm
I
definitely
enjoyed
easily
Silent
an
Hill.
A, even possibly an S. Just
Same.
depends on the day. And I like both the first and the second one. And we got a third one coming out next year, I believe.
Yes, I think we do. I think we do. What about you, James? I'm assuming you've seen Silent Hill.
What did you guys rank it?
I'm at an A. I could
Yeah, I
possibly
could
put
go
it in
to
an
yeah,
S.
I'm an A. I could go to an S. Just depends.
Yeah, I'm probably an A on that one. The like I haven't played it. Was it a game first?
Yeah.
I haven't got
A
into it.
creepy ass fucking game.
Who was it? Brian? Was it Brian? He was really into that Silent Hill stuff.
Yes.
Mhm.
But yeah, just based off the movie, A.
A.
If it gives it an A, especially the movie was good. Carl says the game is great. The movie is S. Spectre gives it a B. So yeah. Bones did not check it out because most movies based off video games suck. That is true.
Well, if you look at it as its own thing, I think they put it in the Silent Hill world, but made their own story for the movie. I don't think it was connected per se to the video games. They just used the world of Silent Hill and the concept of Silent Hill, but they gave it its own story. Because I believe the different Silent Hills each had a different story. I don't know if all of the Silent Hills connect to the same story, but they just kind of made it their own. So if you
Right.
look at it like its own kind of thing, just in that sort of world, it's a good movie. And our girl Andrea from Walking Dead is in it. So you get the Walking Dead props.
We got Vic with an A. Looked like us on the panel were around an A, and then we got a B, and Carl gave it a eh, and that he didn't want to comment that because he wasn't a fan. So I'm taking it. He put it somewhere around a D.
Yeah. Thinking
And
the A's, thinking A kinda is where we lie. Yeah, we're definitely getting more A's out of this smaller genre of movies than we did with 2 tier lists of the horror just killers. So it seems like there's definitely almost maybe better movies in some, or more in a smaller group, better movies than with the killers, but I don't know. But next one's another kind of iconic movie. Who doesn't know the he sees dead people?
right.
Or I see dead people. We have The Sixth Sense.
See, this is why it's so hard. I put a lot of this stuff on A.
That's great. I see dead people.
I know. I liked it too. Matter of fact, the next 3 just about maybe not. Next 2 I put on A.
And who made this movie, James? Who is the director?
Oh, that's Scarlet. Let Scarlet do it.
Oh, what? Who? M. Night Shyamalan?
Yep.
It's a good one though, especially when it first came out.
Right. I think that's why I'm placing it on A because I do remember when I watched it, I didn't know the whole time. I was like, "Holy fuck!" Shit. It made me look at movies all. But again, I was probably a little bit younger too. But it changed the way I looked at some of the movies when I watched them to try to predict things and stuff like that.
Oh yeah, that twist ending. You had to give it to him. But then it's like he almost put himself in in this niche, right? Like everybody then expected any movie that he did after that to have that kind of twist.
Yeah.
And he didn't always hit the mark.
No, hit and miss, but you know,
Happening. Sorry, I sneezed. I apologize.
yeah.
Ugh.
It
Oh
happens
no,
though.
it's
It
dusty in here.
happens.
Sorry.
It
It's kind of
happenings.
dusty. It's a little dusty. Got some dust in my eye.
Yeah, I could sit on the S or the A. You know, does it hold up to the other at least couple on the S tier that I think I voted S for? Maybe, because it was good for its time, you know, like
Right?
Vic says on the first watch, like you can't sometimes it's fun to watch it like back then, it was fun to watch it again just to see what you missed, you know?
Mm-hmm. Right. Going back to the rewatch, like then you notice things like as like Bruce Willis is kind of like doing stuff with him and their interactions
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
you know, so you definitely have to watch that movie more than once just to kind of go back and see like, oh, look at that.
Yeah.
Like, look at that. That's why the wife wasn't talking to him when he sat down at the table for their anniversary. That's why he could never open up the door. And just like nobody really ever interacted with him except for the little boy.
Yeah.
And you miss all that on when you first kind of watch it, which makes that twist ending so good because you're like, what? He was dead?
Yeah.
What?
And
What do
it's
you mean?
telling you the whole
Spoilers.
down it's
Sorry,
telling you the
but it's
whole
old
time.
enough, people. It's old enough, people. If you haven't seen
Yeah.
it,
It's telling you
Right.
the whole time though. That's what's the beauty of it.
Mm-hmm.
When the
Yeah.
kid says I see dead people, people still, you know, or when you
Oh,
realize
yeah.
it, I guess he says that at the end, but
right? It's like it's not. It's the same thing like the "They're Here." Like
Mm-hmm.
it's just those
yeah.
like kind of iconic kind of sayings that you know just these movies will forever be remembered, and I could even see generations in the future going back for the first time and watching them and enjoying them.
Yeah, yeah.
Even though they're old. They're not going to have all the bells and whistles that horror movies kind of have now. And that
Right.
like a new person, a younger kid who's old enough to now go back and watch these movies, it'll still be enjoyable.
Yeah, yeah.
Right.
And I just said that to myself today or yesterday watching that Dairy show. This dude sees dead people, and I said to myself, I see dead people, or he sees dead
Right?
people, or something like that, you know, referencing
Right.
this movie.
Right?
So
Like it's
it's just
something that
iconic.
it's like one of those lines that you could reference,
Yeah,
you know, like what's in the box and
yeah,
you
exactly.
know the Hannibal line with the you know with the fine Chianti. Like there's just these lines that come from some of these movies that they're gonna just remain forever.
Right.
So I would definitely put this movie easily on the S tier with
Yep.
without question. Now
Bones gives it an S. Sorry.
as far as M. Night Shyamalan's other movies, I don't think he's got any other S tier movies. Sorry.
I don't
could
know.
be
I like
mistaken.
that one. I don't know if it's S tier or not, but there's a few that I like. I'd have to really consider. What is the one where it's shit? I always forget the name of it though. But the kids go to visit their grandparents, and you find out it's not their grandparents and shit. That one was fucked up.
Oh, okay. I think it wasn't it called Grandparents or something?
I'm trying to remember what the fuck it was called.
Yes, and then they ended up killing the grandparents and being just people who
They were like crazy
it's-
people that like the
who
grandparents
skipped,
were
like, the
helping or
institute.
something at like a mental institution. Yeah.
Yep.
Oh yeah, Split. Split was good. That was
I've
a
never
good
seen
one.
Split.
What's up, Doc? Welcome, welcome. There's a few other M. Night Shyamalan's I might consider an S. I'd have to really think about them.
Okay.
But he's always hit or miss anyways. Like he's got some really good ones, and he's got some that I don't really care for.
Gotcha.
So.
Yep, but I'm definitely this is like, yeah, you gotta. It's appropriate. It's appropriate. Now, next we have Talk to Me. It's still relatively new. but I know you and I enjoyed it, Scarlet, when we
Mhm.
watched it, and it was definitely creepy, and it had all the kind of, it checked a lot of boxes, which made for a good kind of supernatural
Right.
paranormal horror movie. And it definitely was, I like that it was fresh. It was a
Mhm.
fresh kind of take in the genre. Like, you still got all your typical kind of things that you want from these types of movies, but it definitely put a new twist on like the Ouija board aspect
Right.
of it. So this is definitely a Talk to Me is easily a A tier. Have you seen
Same.
Talk to Me, James? Did we lose him? Don't play your guitar and scare us again. Damn it. Damn it.
I give it an A for sure. Let's see, Bones is giving it A tier for Talk to Me. Yeah, I enjoyed it as well. It is creepy. There were some moments there. The girl got addicted to it. Some things started happening. Was she sucking on toes at one point or something?
I don't know what it was, but it was definitely, I liked how they almost made the experience a drug.
Right.
And it was very addicting, and and I like that it had your typical Ouija board rules. Say, you have to always say goodbye and
Mm-hmm.
do certain stuff. So I definitely enjoyed that twist on it, and just like how it kind of took you over.
Mm-hmm.
Great concept. So yeah, it's definitely an A for me.
James, you with us? Where are you? Shit.
Do I keep blinking?
You do.
Yeah, that's the first time that's ever happened. I don't know if it's my computer or the internet. If it's the internet, that's the first time I've ever. But it's like freezing outside, so that might have something to do with it.
It
Like
could. You never
below
know.
It
20.
definitely could.
It's like 15 or 16 or something.
Oh, that's
shit.
cold. That's me cold.
Yeah,
Holy
it's
shit.
crazy.
Damn, you're a New Yorker tonight. Just minus the foot of snow.
Pray for the pipes, y'all. Pray for the pipes.
Pretty
Right.
much. Pretty much. But have you seen Talk to Me?
No,
You have not.
nope. I know,
Okay.
like I remember seeing the trailer and stuff, but I didn't watch it.
Okay, definitely worth the watch. Definitely worth the watch.
It's
Any of you other
recommended.
guys in
Yes.
the chat?
Like,
Let us
it's a
know.
new concept. It's definitely a new concept. And I love when movies kind of step outside the box and
Right.
and twist things up a little bit. Like, they took the concept of a Ouija board and made it their own.
Yeah.
So, like, it wasn't your typical, okay, Ouija board, okay, here we go, and like they took that and made it their own, and I appreciate that. But even
Yeah.
the demon possessions and how it worked, and even the kind of supernatural world that it was tied to was also really good
Nice.
and creepy. The fucking ghosts in there were creepy fuckers.
Oh yeah. Yeah, so we got an A from Mr. Bones. Any of you other guys watching, let us know where would you
Yeah,
place Talk to Me before it's going on the A.
it is. We're going. We're moving. We're moving. I don't know. We're running out of room on this A list. I wonder what happens.
Carl gave it a B.
We've never filled up a tier before, so I don't know how that's gonna work, but we'll find out.
Right.
We'll find out. But next we have The Grudge, and I didn't enjoy this as much as I did The Ring,
Same.
so it's definitely a B or a C for me. I feel like it kind of it tried to be The Ring, but just couldn't. But
Right.
the Asian version of it is better. The Asian version of it is way better than the American version. So if we
Right.
were talking about the Asian version of The Grudge, I'd definitely be a little more, still B, but not thinking about a C. But with this one, when it comes to like our redo of it, or version of it, it's definitely B or C. More so C.
Yeah, I definitely wasn't one of my favorites. I could go with a C.
Right? Like, I felt like it tried too hard to be The Ring. Even though it was its own thing, I just felt like they were kind of jumping on that bandwagon and the success that the ring was, and just couldn't pull it off.
Mm-hmm.
They
And
just
Carl
couldn't
says
pull
the
it off.
Japanese version is way better.
Yes, agreed. Definitely agree with that. What about you, James? You seen The Grudge?
Yeah, and can agree the foreign version is better. Just looking at those Conjuring stuff, I think The Grudge was at least as good as that. So a B, but I mean, I could see it on a C too, but seeing what's on B, I mean, I almost have to put it up there because if
Right?
Conjuring is up there
Yeah,
on B, to me, The Grudge is kind of right
I could see
there.
that. Yeah, I could
So
see that.
I would have to go up to the B. Yeah.
And I'm seeing a bunch of bees in the chat.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we got Vic possibly with a B. I don't know if she was saying that for the last one or for this one. Then we got Spectre and Bones and Carl all with a B.
Okay.
There you go. The B's got it. That's where it
There you
will
go.
be.
Right? There you go. And now we're getting to The Nun. This is another one for me, like The Haunting in Connecticut. I did not like it. So it's easily D tier for me.
I didn't see it.
It didn't
Yeah.
scare, like, I don't know. It
I
just failed
liked
for
it.
me.
And I don't know if man, I hate to put it on the B with all the rest of the
Right? It looks like that world's just B listed it up.
Vic gives it a C.
Yep.
Carl
I'll give it
says,
to
I
Vic.
agree, it sucks. I'll go with the childish because I mean I'll go with the B. But I don't know. I'm kind of conflicted with it because I do actually like it because I like what it is as far as tying into the world.
Okay.
And there were parts of the movie I did actually enjoy that I thought were I was like, oh shit, this is weird. And you kind of find out at the end, and you're like, holy fuck, a little bit. But yeah, I'm gonna stay at a B.
You're gonna stay at a B. Bode says a B, so
Yeah, we
B
got a
or
couple
C?
C's. We got a couple B's and a couple C's.
Oh no.
You gotta
It's
make
one of those.
executive decision, Dana.
I do. And I'll give you Insidious, but I'm sorry, I can't do it with The Nun.
It's fine. That's fine. You put Blair Witch on D, so I'm fine.
Right? The more I was thinking about it, like these are definitely better than these, and I just couldn't see them being on the same as, like, something needed to make the bottom. And sorry, Blair Witch, sorry, Emily Rose, but yeah, you didn't do it for me. So we're down to our final two. One's more obscure than the other. Unfriended is definitely something that I don't know if everybody has seen, but the others, that was a little more popular. And it was another one of those twist endings and ghost stories that definitely put a little flair on the ghost story genre when it comes to horror. But what do you guys think about the others?
Yeah, I like that one as well. Trying to think of where would I place it. It was a good one again, like you said. You kind of didn't know what was going on at first, but you kind of figured out as you go along, and then at the end, it's kind of holy shit. You figure out what she actually did.
Mm-hmm.
So I want to give it an A.
Okay.
Yeah,
what about you, James? Have you seen the others?
I could give it an A for sure. I like it.
Right. I think that ending is really kind of what does it.
Yeah,
because it was another one of those.
Yeah, like the one we were talking about earlier.
You didn't see it coming.
Yeah, it's a little twist to it. Yeah, even if you kind of got the feeling that's what it was when it happened. It was still, to me, revealing.
Right. So, and how, like, the whole time she thought they had, like, an illness with the son, and like, and you thought like, okay, this, I could see that, but then I'd be okay with an A.
Bones gives it an S. Says it's
Ooh.
a classic now. I could be
It-
talked into an S. You might talk me into a Bones.
I don't know if you talk me into it. I don't think it's up there yet with 13 Gold, what we got on the S tier. I don't know about that.
I'll tell you though, I don't have a lot of DVDs and I don't collect them or anything, but I have bought some over the years just to have. You know, like
Mhm.
I want these certain ones if I see it in the store or something like, oh yeah, I got to get that one just in case the power goes out. You know, I've got these certain ones or whatever.
Uh,
I have Evil Dead, Poltergeist, Sixth Sense, and the others.
ooh.
But
Do you now?
I don't know if I have any of the other ones on the list at all.
So does that mean
Maybe
it's maybe up
Exorcist.
there for S tier for you?
No, I'm just saying I could still maybe put it in an A, but yeah, it's one I thought was really cool.
That says a lot because it's typically not the genre you lean towards.
I know. Just something. It was just something about it, you know, the
Right.
eeriness to it all.
Right,
And
like her husband coming home, he was of course dead as well, but from the war, and then all the fog sort of creeping in as
the back and forth showing the future house haunted, thinking it's haunted, or you know what I mean?
Yep.
right, but they
That
were the ones haunting
yeah,
it. It was weird.
yeah. So
Oh
yeah,
no. Oh no. Guys are should it be S?
I don't know. You know, I could fit on A, S. I don't know. What's everybody else saying?
Let's see. Carl gives it an A, and we had Bones giving it an S, so we're still pretty like in between A and an S.
Oh no. You know what, James? I'll let you make the executive decision.
No, see the pressure.
All the pressure.
It's all on you, James. It's the ball's in your court.
A.
Okay.
And there you have
Very
it.
good. James has spoken.
Mm-hmm.
James has spoken.
Just looking at what's on S as far as, you know, just trying to compare it to the others and everything, where everything else stands.
Right? But we've made it. We're down to the last movie, and it's, you know, it's definitely different when it comes to the kind of found, I don't know if you consider it found footage, but Unfriended. Have you guys seen Unfriended?
I haven't.
I have.
I thought it was pretty good. Now, mind you, I don't know about A good, but it's definitely at least deserves a B because it kind of is the first of the genre to utilize like a chat room, the computer. And, you know, it's the kids in the virtual age compared to seeing a group of teenagers how we typically see them in horror movies, you know, at your party, at your a prom, at some sort of, you know, kegger or whatever. The kids are on like a Facebook or like a group chat sort of format. So everything's done on the computer and you see it through the eyes of the girl who's in the picture, like her computer. So you see what she's looking at, but you still see her box in like the group because you always have your own box on it. But whenever she's doing stuff on her computer, you will see it like a computer screen. And it's a vengeful spirit. They bullied this girl, and the girl kind of took her revenge as a spirit through her Facebook page and came back and like haunted them. And one by one, she took them out. You
Right.
know, by gruesome means. Some of the memes were really fucked up, but I thought it was good. I definitely thought it was good. I don't know. I know it's an obscure kind of movie. It's not one that, you know, you either seen it or you haven't. But if you haven't, it's definitely worth a watch.
And see, and I wasn't as impressed with it. I'm about where Bones is. I saw it. I wasn't too impressed. Yeah, I'm about a C tier.
You're a C. I could give it that. It definitely wasn't SA, but I enjoyed that more than I did Amityville, Annabelle, like some of these other movies. But I enjoyed it about as much as I did Mama.
And see, and I probably like Mama more, but I don't like the found footage too much to begin with, which drops
Mm-hmm.
it down for me. And then it didn't hit for me.
Bone says, "Yeah, Miguel hated this movie. He hated this movie. He did not like it at all. But I could easily give it a B, but I could also give it a C. It's not gonna hurt me if it ends up on the C tier.
Mhm.
I just like it did something different.
Right.
And you kind of get points for taking old like subject matter and putting a different spin on it. So I liked seeing the teenagers in what teenagers do now. They're on the
Right.
computer. They're in that format more than they are anything else. Like, I don't even know, do kids even have keggers anymore? I don't even know if that shit still fucking exists. But they definitely are in these kind of group settings in like, look at what we do on Discord. Like, it's the norm now. That's how kids hang out more so than they do in person. So I like that you got to see kind of them interacting in that kind of setting.
Mhm.
So, okay, you know what? We could do C. Not gonna hurt me.
Mhm.
Not gonna hurt me. But definitely was better than these guys.
Yeah.
Sorry, definitely better than these guys. But there we go, folks. Another tier
Woo!
list down in the tier list Witches Brew book.
Mhm.
Give yourselves a round of applause. Yay.
How about that, folks? There you have it.
Yay!
We did it.
Right? And I'm kind of good with this list. There's nothing that I would except Haunting in Connecticut that still would be fucking D tier for me, just because
Mhm.
I just did not like it. But besides that, I'm good.
I'm pretty good too. Like other than the few that I may not have seen or whatever, I don't to not be able to rank. Otherwise, oh yeah, I'm good.
Well, this genre definitely had more obscure films in it. Like films that weren't so much mainstream as with some of the icons you had in the killers list,
Mhm.
like a Freddy, like a Pinhead, like, you know, even Michael Myers and Jason and like names that no matter who you're talking to, they most likely, even if they didn't watch it, they know of it. But some of these movies, even if you didn't watch them, you don't even know about them.
Right.
So it's definitely not as broad as some of the other kind of horror movies, but for such a small group of movies, they definitely had a bigger impact when it comes to stuff that it seems like we liked.
Mhm.
You know,
Oh yeah.
but very much smaller group of films to choose from,
Mhm. Well, there's still
but
some other ones like I'm trying to again. I've been horrible with names tonight. Was it Hereditary? That's what I'm thinking
oh,
about.
that's another good one. See, missed that one. I
And there's some
definitely missed that.
others. I can't. My brain's not functioning apparently tonight. Right.
Yes. What about you guys in the chat? Anything you guys think we missed? You know, because I know there's definitely ones that we missed, but I'm definitely good with that S tier. Those are definitely all great friggin' movies. I would
Right.
even put Cabin in the Woods up there, but that's just me because I'm a stickler for that movie.
Right.
I love that movie.
And Bone says, I've seen all the movies on this list except for Mama and Silent Hill. I'll probably watch Mama when I get a chance. Nice.
Good. Now, like I said, is it the greatest thing? No, but it's definitely not bad. It's definitely not bad, and especially if you want a tearjerker ending. You know that fucking ending. Oh, I was so sad. I was sad. Not very many horror movies make me sad at the end. That made me sad.
Hmm.
Right?
It was.
But
It was sad.
this was fun tonight,
Oh, yeah. Always a pleasure.
right? Now I know we got another giveaway coming up. We're going to be
Woo-hoo.
doing a giveaway probably the weekend before New Year's Eve. So make sure you guys are in the Discord. I'm going to gonna most likely take photos of all the prizes tomorrow, and I'll get them up in the Discord as soon as I can, so you guys can kind of see what we got. And they're good. They're good this time. You're not gonna want to miss out. Got some goodies. Thank you to Nick, as always, who made some awesome stuff for us to give away and gave us some extra stuff that I wasn't even expecting. So
Nice.
some
Oh
fun,
hell!
right? It's just some fun stuff. Wait till you see what he's done. He did some,
Pretty awesome stuff.
yeah. But I know that we're gonna be doing some Fallout, right, Scarlet?
Yes, ma'am. Probably talk about it Friday. I know the episode drops Wednesday. I don't know exactly which time, if it's going to be like, Tuesday after midnight into Wednesday or Wednesday night itself. I didn't check totally yet, but we'll definitely be talking about it Friday night, as well as we should have possibly Robert Sanders with us to go over some things, share some
Hopefully,
things.
fingers crossed. Yes.
Ooh, exciting.
I know. Well, he has got this awesome breakdown of how From fits with A Christmas Carol, and it's that theme, and it's Christmas time, and we wanted to do it with him last year. We just couldn't get our schedules to kind of overlap to do something. So we really wanted to do something with him this year, and it's interesting. It's very interesting to see how he puts the two together, and it's really cool. Robert's always got some goodies on his brain.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Spectre says, can't wait for Fallout. I'm with you. Not wait to see what they do with this season. I'll
Right.
probably start New Vegas, the game. I don't know if I'm going to start tomorrow. I meant to start Friday night, but we didn't quite get there. We'll see if I can get to it on Monday night, tomorrow night. But if not, then maybe like a Wednesday. Yeah, Miguel, y'all are still doing.
I don't know what
I'm
he's
trying to think what the schedule is for the week. I think Miguel's doing something Tuesday night, so I'm just trying to work around everything. But if not Tuesday during the day, I might start the game. Which stay tuned. Please stand by.
There you go. And I know, James, we're gonna be doing some more Stranger Things stuff. We got the next chapters around the corner.
Christmas and New Year's Eve, yeah.
Around the corner. And I know you put up something. Do we have a reunion possibly in the works?
Oh, the Walking Dead reunion, maybe. They're talking about it. The source is pretty good source. So, but it's kind of been, Andrew Lincoln said that they're talking about bringing Rick back in some kind of capacity. He's already said that. And so, it's just, what is it? When's it going to be? All those kind of questions just haven't been answered yet. But yeah, it should be coming.
Because you normally don't talk about that stuff unless it's like honestly something that's gonna. You don't like to just talk about it unless there's real kind of stuff behind it. So when you put up that video, I was like, oh,
seems like it. Yeah.
James, don't put that out there unless there's something legit.
Just no real details.
Right. And then will you be doing a video on Derry now that you've kind of seen it?
Yeah, I don't have anything planned, like a date, but tonight was the finale, and I'll probably catch that tomorrow, and then I'll just have to kind of see, what day I can do something. But it would be fun to get together, and either I'll do a review video for the series and or a live stream and talk about it.
Okay.
Because it is good. It's definitely good. All the connections are pretty cool to the Shawshank Redemption and The Shining and Dr. Sleep and all that stuff. So
all right. And how many episodes were there in total?
8.
Okay, not awful.
Yeah, I thought it was good though. Especially compared to a lot of the other stuff. It was just well written and pretty cool to follow. It had a few holes here and there, like everything does, but it was really good, I thought, anyway.
Awesome. And now, like, is it a one and done season, or is it a show that they're hoping to go further with?
I think they might have planned 3 seasons if they could, if they could go that long. didn't get canceled, I guess, or something. So maybe 3 is what I hear.
Okay. Okay. Not bad. Not
But
bad.
I don't know, it's the time thing in those movies, the It movies. I don't know if you watch the It movies.
Yes.
The time jump thing. And so it's like, I don't know if like the second season could be a whole different, jump in time
Mhm.
and some different characters. So I don't know how they're going to do it yet, but it's
Well,
pretty cool.
this takes place in the cycle right before the movies that we know of, the It Pennywise movies
Mhm.
that we've seen
Yeah.
both in the 80s and this one, so it's the cycle right before that, right?
Um,
Or is it 2 cycles before that?
Vic says we're going to find out in the finale how they're going to do it. So yeah, I guess it's going to be answered the question.
There you go. There
So
you
yeah.
go. And so I know we're going to kind of do what we did for Halloween. We'll have the 3 streams, Scarlet Friday, me Saturday, James Sunday, and you'll have your chances to, enter and win your prizes on all of the streams. And I will put up all the rules in the Discord. But again, we just ask that please be based within the United States or have a United States address, because shipping overseas or out of the US is just extremely difficult for me. I've had more failures than I've had successes, and I just don't want prizes to get lost. And it could just be, it could be a little tricky to ship outside of the United States. But I have no problem if you are outside of the US but have a US address that I can mail to. I have no problem doing that whatsoever. But I know me and Scarlett have been talking about doing something for people, overseas. We might do some gift card types of giveaways in the future. We're trying to figure that out to be able to include people from overseas, especially now that I've been having a bunch of people, in Asia and stuff, just from doing all of us are dead stuff. So I do want to do something for you guys. It's probably just going to end up being kind of gift card based, something I could email to you guys so that we don't have any issues. But it is something we're talking about and figuring out. So just stay tuned in the Discord, and everything will always be up to date in the Discord. And I don't know what I'm going to be talking about in the future. We've been doing some tier lists. I'm kind of in between shows on my channel right this second, because there's just nothing that's kind of piqued my interest. But there are some Asian shows that I'm going to kind of show Scarlett and James and see if maybe they might want to talk about some stuff. I've discovered a couple things that might be fun to talk about and discuss. And so just stay tuned. And just leave it at that. Any final words, guys, before we close it out?
I will have a video coming up, Dana, on my channel soon.
What?
That is a little bit kind of sort of about ghost and demon beliefs
Shut up. No, you're not.
within the Walking Dead universe world.
Oh, color me intrigued.
Dun dun dun.
There we go. James is dabbling. He's dabbling, folks. He's dabbling. So you're going to want to stay tuned for everything that we're doing. And, I don't think we missed anything. Did I miss anything, Scarlett?
I don't think so. I think that's all we got for now.
But you never know. You never know.
Always
We're
stay
always
tuned.
right. We're
Check
just
the Discords. Get in the Discords.
definitely.
Right.
Absolutely. And I know Real's been covering kind of dairy, and he's been dabbling in Pluribus. And I feel really bad that we're just not as into Pluribus as Real is, but he has got some great videos about the show. So if you're into Pluribus, go check him out. And if you're into artwork, go check out our Debbie. She's been doing some amazing, amazing artwork. And, then you got Miguel trying to dabble into the gaming. He doesn't know if he's going to continue with the boys or if what he's going to do. He's been talking to Chat GPT a lot. He's trying to figure it out. So stay tuned for that. But, the collective community is growing, and we're just always kind of talking stuff. I know we're going to have Miss K on with us again. And if you're into like react videos, she does some great videos with her daughter that are just hilarious and cute. And you got to check them out. She's always watching some cool stuff. And I know BabyKlay, he's been gaming and doing some stuff. So just check everybody out. We're in the Discord. You can find all our links in there. And, you know, that's it over in this neighborhood. So just remember, always keep your magic at the ready, because you never know when you're going to use it. We could all use some magic. Even you, James, got to admit, we could all use some magic. It's never a bad thing. Never a bad thing to have some magic. But until we see you again, guys, bye.
Bye.
Bye, everybody.
Through the wire winds, the shadows are calling. Frost on my breath as the night ignites. Ice in my veins, but my fire is burning. I ride the storm under silver lights. Witches brew, the night won't break us. Snow can't hide the path we take. Hear the howl, the storm can shake us, but we stand strong. We will not quake. Frozen skies and the moonlight's whisper. Magic flows through the winter air. Every step leaves a mark in a blizzard. Every spell sparks a brilliant flare. Witches brew, the night won't break us. Snow can't hide the path we take. Hear the howl, the storm can shake us, but we stand strong. We will not quake. Ice and ember, we'll remember. Cold forever, stand as one. We fall as never. Always never. Witches brew, the night won't break us. Snow can't hide the path we take. Hear the howl, the storm can shake us, but we stand strong. We will not quake. Fade on repeat. Stand strong over the snowstorm. We stand strong over snowstorm, over snowstorm, over snowstorm. Through the wire winds, the shadows are calling.